Why do the pick up? Okay, I was about to complain. Why do the pigtails work, but the pet doesn't? Burp Nua, you will be surprised. Guess who's back? Me. Long time no see. Oh, I think the pad is broken. It's not stopping. Okay. No. Oh God, what happened? Is this what I get for not restarting all my stuff because I thought, oh, you know, whatever, it's fine. Stop, please, stop. No! What happened? Wait. Are we good now? Did I fix it? Okay, we're good. What the? What just happened? Anyway, hi, welcome in. Long time no see. It's me again. You know, I started the Persona stream this morning with, oh, long time no see, because I thought, funny. But, well, here we are again. A different game though. No stream, hi! Did you sleep well? Did you at least eat something in the meantime? I ate a Kinderriegel.
You slept like a bubble. Nice.
And I played Persona 4 for 8 hours. Also, my laugh today sounds like like I don't know. It sounds very dead today. Bonk. Chunk.
Yeah.
I don't. You have a cute laugh. Ah.
Not as cute as you.
But yeah, welcome back. Since Trouble Comes Twice was originally on the plan for today, we are going to play it today. Just because I'm apparently going to fucking go ham on Persona 4 doesn't mean I'm gonna ignore all of my other games. Barry, I accidentally finished the entire 3rd dungeon, including boss fight. Even though I wanted to stop before the boss fight so I could have like free reign over the dungeon, so I could, you know, grind some stuff offline until next week, and then I ran into the boss because I was stupid and didn't realize that it's the boss level. So I finished that. So next time I'm gonna have a new party member. I hit the mystery food part and even further. Well, I guess we raided the strip club. I did. Oh, my strip club. My strip club. Everything's already pink, so it was like halfway mine anyway. But yeah, last time in Trouble Comes Twice, we finished our first route with Hazel. Well, both endings with Hazel and Zoe. So, this time we're gonna go for Adrian with Jace. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just Barry, I played or streamed. I streamed Persona 4 for a total of 20 hours this weekend. Like yesterday and today. So like, I got somewhere, yeah. You missed her, and the bot is up though if you want to catch up on it. I went a little overtime to finish it. We're not gonna go overtime today because I think just keeping to my normal times is a good idea. Walking around listening to the music. No, I mean I did a little more. That's a deja vu. It was a lot of trying to grind for specific items in the dungeon, so because of all the quests that I'm doing. But other than that, I think we basically just worked our way through every single day, step by step. But yeah, I guess I have to like start because we'll come back. Great to see you again. Would you like to skip the intro? Yes, actually. You know the intro now. As you wish. Please choose who you would like to play as. Oh, my voice. Oh my lord. See, the player trusts me. This time we're gonna go for Jace.
Yeah, I do.
You know what? No, what? I think it's time for you to show off that charm you keep bragging about. Prove to me that you can score your favorite love interest. That was the plan. You introduce a love interest or not? Oh, don't be so patient. Need a second to read. Oh, wait. This time Hazel's gonna read it out loud. Oh, because last time Jace read it. Okay, guess we have to sit through all of that first time around. First love interest is Adrian. Oh, Adrian. Why is he on here? He's my best friend. I'm not sure what I can tell you about Adrian that you don't already know. Your best friends for years. He's your guardian angel, your right-hand man, and arguably the only person who tolerates your nonsense. More importantly, Adrian is really attractive. His gorgeous eyes as blue as the ocean, hands so soft you think the only thing he's ever touched is silk. Is he supposed to be my love interest or yours? He's a bit on the quiet side, so it can be difficult to read, but maybe that's what you're into, and maybe he's got a different side that he only shows around you, blah blah blah. Enough about him, let's move on. Second love interest is Zoe. Wait, my Zoe? Sounds like it. Psh, good luck with that. Zoe's got taste. She would never date a plap like you. Honestly, that's gonna be weird, actually. Like, the other two love interests are just school classmates or people that go to the same college, but dating the best friend of your sibling, of your twin, I feel like those roots are gonna be a little... I'm not sure yet. Guess I still have to introduce her though. Wait, Zoe's my close friend, and your only friend. Ouch, don't hit me. Zoe's my close friend. She's also a neighbor, so like Adrian, she's over at ours a lot. Since I only befriend the best people, she's obviously the best of the best. She's stylish, she's cool, and she's fun. I think I'll have to be the judge of that since she's my love interest. Don't remind me. On to the next one. Your third love interest is Cameron. I can't believe Cameron managed to get on my list. Who is he? You've got the script, read it. Cameron is infamous at our college, lots of rumors about him, he's a flirty bad boy type, blah blah blah. Are you even reading this properly? Well, I guess it doesn't matter, I know him already. Yes, it says so here too. Apparently you often play basketball together, you could even be considered friends. It also says here that he's really popular with the ladies. Not as popular as me. He rides a motorcycle, I don't think you can compete. Yeah! Okay, hold on. We have a guy on a motorcycle where I think the motorcycle actually does something for him. Side-eyeing a specific other guy. The fourth and final love interest is Stephanie. She's a talented violinist who plays in the same college orchestra as me. She's quite a shy and timid girl, but she's a very kind heart. She sounds cute. I think I've seen her around before. She is cute, but I'm a bit worried you might be a bad influence on her. Why are you making me sound so suspicious? Apparently she's from a wealthy and overprotective family. Good luck getting past them. Okay, I think that's all. All of them are wasted on you. Yes, what a shame. Anyhow, I guess it's time to choose. You can always try another route later. Who's your first choice? Oh, well, this time it's gonna be Adrian. You want to choose Adrian? Yes, sir. Alright, I guess it's gonna be a bunch of... Well, the beginning is probably gonna be around the same thing. About the same thing. What wakes me is neither the sound of chirping birds, nor is it the light that shines into the room through the windows. Instead, my sleep is rudely disrupted by my pillow moving around. It wasn't a very comfortable pillow to begin with, and now that it's moving around, it's impossible to continue sleeping. I breathe out a sigh and mumble a complaint. Why are you moving so much? Stop being a pain and sit still. Ew, it's you? My pillow moves away and my hat tilts down abruptly before I can catch myself. Still under the daze, I open my eyes and look around. Everything is sluggish, but I recognize my sister's voice. God, it's way too early. No one should have to wake up at this hour. Please don't tell me it's gonna be this exact same introduction, though. Every time. My sight is still hazy, but Hazel's face is clear. Her nose is wrinkled and her lips pursed as if ready to scold me. Ayan! Do that! Where's my pillow? In your room, probably. What? No, I'm talking about the one that was here just now. She doesn't seem to get it. If I wanted a real pillow, I'd have to actually reach for one. Way too much effort. I don't know. Why didn't you check your room? I roll my eyes, her voice is sharp, but she hasn't moved away from me. We're still half leaning against each other. Hey, Jace, be nice. Hazel, my lovely sister. It's like super early and I actually prefer to spend my mornings in peace and silence, so would you ever so graciously please shut up and just be a good pillow? Thank you in advance. Howdy, room! I try to lean back onto her shoulder, but she shoves me away again. I let myself fall over onto the blanket from last night instead. Nice try. I lay face down for a few seconds before I sit up with a groan. In the meantime, Hazel has gotten up on her feet. Speaking of silence, my lovely brother, you know what place is really peaceful and quiet? This place would be if she could stop talking for longer than a second. You've been to your streams twice today! I indulge her anyway, encouraging her to continue with the hump. Your own freaking room! Joke's on you, Hazel, we are in my room. What is she talking about? With her throwing a mini tantrum like this, my room is neither peaceful nor quiet right now. Wait, you think this is your room? It's obviously... Those over there, don't let it hit you on the way out. Bye. Before I can finish what I was trying to say earlier, the door is thrown open. Our dad's entrance is as grandiose as ever. He's standing in a doorway with a face that seems as if he had expected to find the room set aflame. Oh, kids, what's with the ruckus in here? Why is he even surprised? It's hardly the first time we slept in the same room, and it's always because we ended up playing games too long the night before. He should know that by now. Then again, this is just how Dad is. He's both a genius and an idiot. Dad, you have to help me. I smirk at her whining tone. She always uses the same one whenever she wants attention from our parents. Uh-oh. What did Jace do this time? Yeah, go on, Hazel. What horrible crime did I commit this time? Fashion? Murder? I'm wearing normal pants, but my shirt has a tacky print on it. It was the most ridiculous one I could find online, and I only bought it for the pleasure of seeing Hazel's hilarious reaction to it. On a side note, I never wear this outside the house. I have perfectly normal PJs for everyone else to see. Well, yes, that too. I was being sarcastic. Actually, I agree with her, but it's a lot funnier to act like I'm serious about defending this awful t-shirt. Well, I wasn't. She turns back to Dad. See what I have to deal with, Dad? Ignoring his awful attitude, he slept on my shoulder all night. My muscles are going to be sore all day. And did I mention he snores like a pig because he snores like a pig? Funny that you of all people should say that. I even have video evidence of you snoring loud enough to burst someone's eardrums. So you're filming me in my sleep now? It's great for blackmail. Ugh, I can't stand you. Dad, could you please remove this abomination from my room? I don't think I can tolerate his presence much longer. Your room? Yes, my room, because this is my room. It is not. It simply is not. You are wrong. Why are you two so confused about this? Oh, we understand just fine. You're the one who doesn't get that this is... Also, my muscles are aching, and don't even get me started on this raging headache. The habit of not letting people finish their sentences just keeps getting worse. I breathe in and out before shooting a glare at her. You think you're the only one who can play that game? Is that all? Because if you're done being a melodramatic brat, I'd like to remind everyone that the real victim here is me. You've got to be kidding me. Just me? I wish I was. Do you have any idea how uncomfortable your shoulders are? And don't think my neck will ever recover. I don't think my voice will recover after this weekend either. This was not a good idea. While rubbing my neck, I throw a dramatic glance at our father, who's watching everything unfold like it's some comedy skit. Not to mention, you won't let me finish a single sentence, and you're even trying to kick me out of... Enough. If it's pity you seek, I don't have any to spare you. You're the one who should have thought twice before you decided to use me as a human cushion. It still is my room, though. Or maybe you shouldn't be making a big deal out of this, considering it's all your fault. None of this would even have happened if you didn't force me to play that stupid dating sim with you all night. She buys new ones all the time, I'm not sure why, but the moment she gets another one, she'll insist on us playing it together. We don't sit for hours once we started, no matter the time. Or perhaps you could stop pretending like you don't enjoy those games just as much, if not even more than I do. Nah, kids, we're all family here. Thank you for the paddle to hi, weird. New stream time, yeah! Again! Let's just take a deep breath and... I'm about to interrupt because it's a complete lie that I enjoy these stupid games, but I don't get a chance. What's taking taking you so long, dear? Are the kids still not ready? Mom enters the scene and we all fall quiet. Dad would never interrupt her, and Hazel, well, I think she's still amazed by how gorgeous Mom looks. Effortlessly, I must add.
Yay! How are you doing? I'm good. How are you?
Weird, have you played Persona 4? You seem like the type of person to have played Persona 4. Maybe I'm wrong, though. You good too? You haven't yet. Oh, you haven't yet. I see. You should. You didn't finish P5R yet. Okay, true. Fair. Down playing it? Okay. Well, good luck with finishing P5R. That's a long game. When I stand on the TV screen, Mom's warm smile turns annoyed. I'm not interested in starting a discussion when I already know what's coming next, so I tuck my hat between my shoulders before Mom even opens her mouth. Don't tell me you two stayed up playing video games all night. Again. They normally don't mind if you stay up all night, but it's not great if you got classes the next day. Mom takes our education very seriously. I'm proud to say I've already mastered the art of getting by on very little sleep. Aha! I'd like to have that skill. You've been busy the past few days. Oh, valid. This entire week I felt like I didn't play anything, and now I've played 20 hours of Persona 4 Gold, so I think I'm doing something at least. Dad, and falling asleep in literally any position. Oh, that I've mastered. He's just like me for real. I can fall asleep anywhere. Why can't I get the mom's number? I like that everyone's like, ooh, the mom is pretty. She glances at Hazel, who looks as uncomfortable as I do. She quickly snatches the TV remote and turns it off. Well, technically not all night. We fell asleep just around midnight. Right, Jace? I'm about to agree when I notice her looking at me with wide, hopeful eyes. Why are you making this so easily, Hazel? You can't give me such a perfect pass and expect me not to sell you out. Mom is wow upside down. Sure, yeah. Yeah, I guess she is. As I was trying to explain to Dad, Hazel forced me. I keep a perfectly straight face, holding back my laughter as I watch Hazel's expression fall. Come on, I'm not joking. She helped me against my will. I really don't understand how you expect me to live with a psycho like her. It's a miracle I've survived this long. Not to mention, she keeps insisting this is her. She punches my shoulder, interrupting me again. Am I ever going to be able to tell her that this is my room? My room. My room. Admittedly, she's still half asleep. Too caught up in defending herself to look around. Ha ha ha. Why are you laughing like that? The laugh is so obviously fake. She's lucky her parents are too dense to tell. He's such a joker. Have you ever considered stand-up comedy? She stares at me with cold, murderous eyes that are so expressive she might as well have written her thoughts all over her face. I can almost hear it. Can't believe you'd sell your sister out. Sell your sister like that, you rat. This is fun, seeing these two scenes from a different perspective. I lower my voice to whisper to her, no longer hiding my smirk. Sorry sis, I'm barely older than you by a couple of minutes. I'm only your dependable older brother when I want to be. Since you also only act like my little sister when it's useful for you. We're blood! Aren't they hilarious, dear? They're so lively even in the mornings. I love their energy. How are you two even real? How did you actually manage to raise children? I swear, our parents are ridiculous. It's like they were cut out of a cheesy romance movie. Seeing such a harmonious couple in real life is almost abnormal. Although I don't have any complaints, not everyone can say that they have such loving parents. Loving parents and an idiot sister. She's lucky she's got me. However, you really do need to get ready quickly. Breakfast is already set up and Adrian is downstairs waiting for you. That clears his throat and nods. Right, you thought you kids better medicine to make a guest wait. Oh my god, Adrian is never not here. You would think he doesn't have his own house. I know Hazel actually likes Adrian a lot, but of course she has to tease me about it. Unfortunately for her, I can tease her right back. Same could be said for you and Zoe. She's at ours for dinner every other night. And we love them both dearly. Mom! Stop casually responding to our conversation. That's different, we're neighbors. It's different, we're neighbors. I repeat a sentence in the exact same tone. Our voices aren't different, so it sounds a bit like a twisted echo. Oh, well. I repeated it trying to mock her, but okay. Thank you for the idle time. I am going to run out of drink. God damn it. my god, are you 5? Stop imitating me. Stop imitating me. I'm serious, stop it. Ouch. She chucks 2 pillows at me. Though I evade the first one in an overly dramatic manner, I allow the second one to hit me square in the face. You are so violent. I guess when a pain tone as if the pillow actually hurt. Don't be a drama queen, I warned you, so it was self-defense. Pull back a smile at her smack expression. It's a bit childish, but being childish suits her. Yeah, I don't think that's how self-defense works. Don't care, got a problem? Talk to my lawyer. You don't have a... Hazel flashes a sweet smile at our parents who immediately melt. I roll my eyes behind her back. Oh yeah, very average sibling behavior. I don't have any siblings, I couldn't tell you. I'm just gonna assume this is how siblings act. Are you ready in a minute? Don't wait for me if it takes too long. No worries, for you we would wait an eternity. You must have saved the country in a past life to deserve such a sweet daughter. Mom and Dad coo over her with unarmored expressions. Hello? Excuse me? And what, my other darling? What about me? Oh, were you jealous? Well, of course, you're the best son in the world. Smart, athletic, and handsome. What more could a parent wish for? Blabbing about how adorable we are and the usual nonsense, Mom and Dad depart from my room together. Also, as usual, we are left staring after them in confusion. Are they pretending they didn't see you harass me just now, or do you think they saw and just don't give a crap? When it comes to those two, who knows? They're like a different species. And all for individuals who can't vouch for whether or not this is realistic in a healthy siblingship. A bit more distance between siblings. These two are twins, though. I feel like on average, twins have a different connection than, like, just siblings. You can't vouch for twins. Any twins here? Any twins in chat? 5 o'clock, you look like a sibling too. I only know one pair of twins, and that was during grade school, so I have no idea. When I do see the Instagram updates, it seems they're still kind of together sometimes, but I wouldn't know. For the first time this morning, I have to agree with you. Stretching, I stand up. My gaze falls on a console that kept us up last night. We played too long, but it was pretty fun, I think. Who did I pick? I remember being the one to play while Hazel was doing the commentary, but I can't remember who I decided to pursue in the end. Sorry, what were you saying? Never mind. Wanna continue playing tonight? You mean, do I want to accompany you as you play it? Yeah, whatever. So you're planning on playing or not? She taps her finger against her lips in thought, then smiles. Sure, why not? It was fun. As always, I only pick the best games. Oh, we're both girls. Ooh! I'm putting on a thing with the 2 twins, 1 voice stick. Oh, you don't know any twins. Your mom is a twin! That's interesting. I mean, yeah, I don't know why that... Oh, did your mom and your aunt ever do the whole thing where they would put... I've seen that once. Where also twins, the mom would put like their child as a baby into the hands of the aunt. And then the baby would be like, oh yeah, me, and then only to realize, wait, that's not my mom. I saw that one, that was so... I always tell the 2 boys apart, though most people couldn't have different facial expressions in general. Oh, your mom is a twin as well? Wow! Your mom a joke and I can't grasp it. Oh wow! I did not expect so many. Yeah, no, actually. Gotta give that to you. Requirements for the love interest looks so sky high, no matter if it's 2D or 3D. Which is why I have to admit the game's targets are really good looking. Your mom is so powerful, she has 2 physical forms in the same space. Oh god. Your mom is so good, God had to make her twice. My standards are high because I only deserve the best. Right, about that, do you remember our bet from last night? Such a stupid idea, surely she's not going to go through with it. Of course course I didn't forget. We have until Christmas to get into a relationship, right? And give her the satisfaction of me being the one to pull out. I have to play along. Winner gets bragging rights, loser's a loser. I offer her my hand. She gives it a determined shake. May the best twin win. I walk past her to bring the blanket back to where it belongs. Now that you've stopped yapping like a rabid dog, I would like to point out that this is actually my room. So? Seeing her still confused, I lift a brow. So, you're the one who needs to get out? Oh. They're pretty similar. It's an easy mistake. Right. She marches out of the room with her nose held high. Once she's gone, I pull off my shirt and throw it onto the bed. I shudder a bit when the air hits my naked skin. It's getting colder. Cursing, I close the window. Winter's coming. The temperature's dropping, so it's time for warmer clothes, hot baths, and warm drinks. I love winter for that. Besides, it's a season when you can bundle up. I've liked that since I was a child. In fact, one of the photos hanging on the wall is of me and Hazel when we were younger doing exactly that. We're both covered in a huge blanket. Only our faces and tiny hands are sticking out to hold our hot chocolate mugs. Hazel's wearing a wide grin, showing off her missing tooth while I'm dejectedly staring at my almost empty cup. Huh? Sorry, huh? Huh? What criteria made you go... Yeah. Looking away from the photo, I pick out some clothes and get dressed. Luckily, my hair doesn't need a lot of work, so I'm finished pretty soon. Now downstairs to the dining room, plopping onto my seat with a sigh. Parents bring out food and I allow them to dotingly pat my hand as they pass me by. And as Shay declares his twin and bottom doesn't have it. Ayo. Adrian is sitting next to me. It's the same seat where he always sits. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Doesn't sound like a very good morning when you use such a monotone voice. Stifle a yawn, rub my eyes. Stop doing that, they're both bisexual. Sorry, both twins are bisexual. It's okay. I push the tea box over to him. He takes it with a small smile. Adrian has been my friend for 8 years now. It's no exaggeration to say he knows me inside out. I'm not gonna comment on that. Although he's a good person, I rarely see him smile. He's always so stoic. He's smiling right now! Look at him! Kind of a shame because he looks even more handsome when he smiles. His look would make me jealous if I didn't already know I don't look any worse than him. Aha. Digging in. You're not waiting for Hazel? Nope. I do not know why I keep trying to go for the stoic voice that Adrian apparently has because I'm not good at it, but... I want to know you. See? Listen. I tried to not comment on it, okay? I was like, no. Nope. That's bound to annoy her. Adrian sighs softly and pours his tea. Though he might not want to admit it, I can tell he's a little amused by my petty act. Also, he has giant hands. I know I say this. Every time we see his hands on that sprite, I'm like, ah, ooh, wow. That is a big hand. Congrats on having self-control. That is the size of the whole head. He has the yaoi hands, TM. Hazel comes down the stairs a little while later, all dolled up as usual. Flash of annoyance washes over her face when she notices I'm already eating, but then she turns to Adrian with a smile. You could fit 5 floor hands on his head. No, for a fact I will get a fun reaction from you because you never see it coming. You never see it coming. True, it is fun. What the hell is yaoi hands? Oh! Well, to answer your question, there was a time many, many years ago where lots of the popular yaoi art had very funky proportions. And the top characters, the same as, would always have giant hands. So fucking big. They would look like If you Google the term, I think you'll actually find a proper explanation of it. It's gotten better nowadays because we have a few more realistic proportions, but sometimes there's still this like size difference where they just have giant hands for no reason. Like, not just, okay, it's a big character, he obviously is gonna have big hands, but like the character's a little like normal size and the hand is just dramatically too big. Oh, your heart is way out because you draw a big hand. Good morning, Adrian. Morning. Did you sleep well last night? I choke on my food, gasping for breath. I quickly shake my head, both as a message to Hazel and as an answer to Adrian. No? Adrian turns to Hazel. No, not really. Do I want to ask what happened? Please don't. It was a stupid situation this morning, let's just move on. New modern face, a different minimum size for list. Oh! What do they do? Like, what do they keep doing to the mod interface? Oh, I can't draw hands either. I try to use my own hands as reference, but hands are... Even in front of an old friend, it's kind of awkward to admit that you and your sister fell asleep while playing a dating sim and then proceeded to have a half-hour-long argument over it in the morning. Not to mention the bed. Adrian's kind enough to gracefully let the issue drop. Say so. You can draw hands, but you can't correctly scale hands. Ah. Hazel sits next to Adrian, leaving him seated between us. Her eyes linger on him for a moment, though he doesn't notice. It's not the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. In her defense, her admiration is justified. He's got a good body, great face, and an even better personality. He's even able to endure the two of us. Talk about Hazel, who tries to smile back. Maybe she knows I'm aware of her thoughts. Twin telepathy. Oh! I know what you're thinking. Did you forget I can read your mind? Hazel rolls her eyes. Her defensive reaction confirms my suspicions that she must have been thinking of something indecent. Well, she was looking at Adrian even. You need to cleanse your mind of all worldly desires. Are you serious? You're the one who's always flirting left and right with everyone in sight. I don't flirt. I compliment. You really need to work on your excuses. Surely even you can think of a better one than that. Whatever do you mean? They're all honest compliments from deep inside my heart. Focus on your breakfast. After a couple of minutes of small chit-chat, a comfortable silence falls over the table. Dad was never the quiet type though, so he quickly switches to another topic. How's college going, Adrian? Same old. Dad is a broken record. Really, Dad? You ask Adrian that every time he comes over. So, he was here just last night. Yes, but things could have changed since then, you never know. I'm tempted to start a discussion about this as I do often, but Adrian interjects and patiently answers before I can. College is going just fine, thank you for asking. Adrian, why are you still so formal with us? You're part of the family by now. Adrian tucks his chin, looking almost shy for a split second. Aw, cute. Dad's bird pisses you off. Me too. Everything else about him is fine. Adrian being accepted so well by my family is something I'm really relieved about. When I met him for the first time, he was even more quiet than he is now. He didn't get along well with the other kids because of that. To tell the truth, I first approached him to do a sort of hero complex, wanting to help the poor guy. How else will we know he's a dad? I mean, the glasses are already kind of... How the tables have turned. Took a while longer for Hazel to warm up to him, but they get along well now. I'm glad we like each other's friends. Almost as if planned, the doorbell rings right as I finished that thought. Hazel lets out a squeaky noise, her face shining with delight. That must be Zoe. I roll my eyes when she jumps from my chair and runs to the door. Zoe is Hazel's close friend as well as our neighbor. She only moved in recently, but she's becoming part of our daily routine. He's always excited about Zoe coming over. Like a puppy running to the door when the bell rings. Adrian freezes for a second and looks highly amused. It only shows in his eyes, but I don't miss it. What? Oh, nothing. Tissue. I do not believe you, good sir, and if you do not answer my question, I will feel forced to continue to stare at you until you do. Adrian's face takes on a slightly desperate expression. He's the type of person who gets awkward being stared at. He can't concentrate on anything if he knows he's being watched. Giving in, he answers. I was picturing you running to the door like that. Sadly, I'm not drinking anything, otherwise I could have spit it out like in a comic. I make a gagging motion instead. Creepy. You think so? I throw an excuse you look at him, but he's already returned to his tea. No, Jace, you seem like the type. Zoe with Hazel attached to her hip walks in. She looks at me and I raise my hand in greeting. She smiles back. Having Zoe around is pretty fun. When Zoe sits down, Dad turns his attention to her. So, Zoe, how's college going? This is why I'm still doubting you're human, Dad. Didn't you ask me that yesterday? You know what, never mind. It's going pretty well. I mean, as well as it can go, given the circumstances. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Adrian stops drinking his tea. More in other circumstances. Well, you know how it is. I chose event management because I thought it would be fast-paced and fun, and so far, it's not really what I was expecting. I laugh. Don't tell me you chose that degree because you thought you would get to party a lot. Well, duh, what other reason would I have? Yeah, right. I freeze up. No way, right? Please say you're joking? Awkward silence. Adrian leans closer to me and whispers into my ear. I think she's serious. Yeah, I just realized. This is awkward. Adrian pats my head. I lower it with every pat, uncomfortable at the move. Really? What? You let him pat you? And you're still surprised there's rumors? 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 What? Don't mind him, Zoe. The twins have a bad habit of speaking before they think. We should start paying Adrian for all of this. He's like our personal caretaker. Could you theoretically make a save around here so you can skip all this on the next Jay's playthrough between the different pigs? I could. Also, I can just skip all of the text we've already read, so it's not gonna make much of a difference. This is crazy. Oh my god, I forgot to save. Wait, hold on. One save for Barry and one save. I should have saved one. Wait, hold on. Actually. There we go. While you're grouping me together with him, I didn't even say anything. You know, I hate when people assume we're the same just because we look alike. I'm not involving you because you look similar, I'm involving you because you act similar. Somehow Zoe isn't deterred in the slightest by the misunderstanding. That's alright, I might not have known them for as long as you have, but I've got a good enough picture of what they're like. Besides, there are worse things in the world. I could be studying classical music. No offense, Hazel. I think no offense at the end doesn't make it any less offensive, see? Oops. They smile at each other like there's only the two of them in the world. Ah, friendship! Aha! They seem to be very good friends. The rest of the breakfast continues in a similarly good mood with jokes and warm food shared around the table.
I love when girls are pulse.
Yeah. Once we're finished, Adrian, Mom, and Hazel clear the table while Zoe and I are wrapped up in a discussion that feels like it should be held while drinking alcohol. Zoe, I'm sorry, really. I believe you, it's fine. A hushed whispers interrupted when Dad finishes his train of thoughts, returning to a topic that I'm still not sure how he even began. So you don't think that your hair color is conveying some sort of message to the world? Nah, I just like the color, so I decided to dye my hair. On a whim. But since it's a color you would wear every day, can you really say you didn't choose it with a certain theme in mind? What the fuck? I would love to, yeah. I would love to. But my creative juices are not really flowing recently. Zoe looks so confused I think she's actually considering his words. I helplessly interject. I should at least try to help her out. I think it's about the overall image. She thought the color would suit her skin tone, eye color and all that, you know? She chose her hair to complement her looks. Wouldn't that mean she wishes to give herself a certain aura? For example, playful one or serene one. Great. Now he's managed to confuse me too. Zoe and I stare at the ground, our thoughts running everywhere. I'm not tipsy enough for this. I clear my throat. I can already tell Dad is eager to continue this discussion. Oh no! No, it's okay, I'll help her. Change the topic. So Shimi Michio's fan mask. Yeah! Legally Blonde is actually a pretty good movie! It is! I tell the sentence in quickly and Zoe gapes at me. What in the world? I remember that one. Yeah, I have to admit, it's not bad. Speaking of movies, what's on TV tonight? Anything we'd all watch, or should I find something for myself? Dad stops his rambling and starts going through the list of movies for tonight in his head. I exhale in relief. I can't believe that worked. As long as you throw him out of the loop with something equally nonsensical given the context, you can steer him back to normal topics. Sorry Dad, I love you, but your conversational skills suck. Whenever Dad is distracted, Zoe's face distorts into a pained expression that makes me want to love. We rarely spend time alone. She's Hazel's friend, so even if I see her often, it's rare for us to be together without my twin around. Can't say I know that much about her, but it's not my place to pry into her private life. Oh well, I don't need to know about that to like her. Zoe's my friend, she doesn't have to get along with you. Yeah, but there's a route where I can date her, so... I already thought... Paranomicide was fun. That's a good quote. Say, why do both of us have friends to lovers roots? It's a popular trope. It is! It's a good trope! Poor Naya being specifically nice just about as appropriate as it gets. You're so right! That's really, really good. In alternate timeline, I could have dated her is not the argument you think it is. It's not? But, I mean... It's not that easy to find people who can genuinely bicker with you and not get offended all the time. Zoe is someone like that. Not that the discussion is somewhat finished, I notice it's almost time to leave. With perfect timing, Hazel and Adrian come to fetch us. Zoe and I go back to our respective close friends again. The weather isn't bad today, so I decide to sit outside for lunch. Adrian agreed because he's Adrian, but he got caught up in a conversation with the teacher, and I had outside first. I allow myself to slide down the seat, stretching my legs and sighing in comfort. College is a stressful place for a lot of people, but for me it's not too bad. I don't mind the classes or the annoying homework. Contrary to Hazel, I don't know what to do with my life yet. It's pretty amazing in that way. While she's pursuing her dreams, I'm still stuck. People, as long as you're not stuck at home! My home sucks. You would stretch your legs too, but your desk is tiny. Oh, I'm stretching my legs right now because my computer's not, it's like a nice warmth right now, so I can actually warm them up. People like praising me and they envy me for being talented, but being good at lots of things doesn't always make everything easy. On the numerous paths before me, I still don't know which way is best for me to go. I chose management for now. You can apply pretty much everywhere with that as long as you're good at arguing. Management's actually always useful. I'm sure I can somehow twist it in a way that it works for whatever I will do. Ha! That's how I told myself, you know what, I'll just go or do office work, honestly. I draws off in the sun, my thoughts wandering and someone trips over my feet. I hear a squeak and open my eyes, wondering which girl has tried that move this time. Honestly, acting like you've tripped isn't a good start for a conversation. It's way too fake. Who trips over someone's legs like that? Stephanie. But then I see who tripped. Oh, wait. She probably really tripped. You don't contort them in the most uncomfortable position possible, you're not at ease. It's either one way or the other. Recognizing the girl who almost fell, I stand up to help her with her bag. The girl, Stephanie, looks at me with confusion in her eyes. Looks like she's a bit disoriented after that fall. I flash a kind smile at her. Are you okay? Huh? Yes, I am. None of your stuff is damaged? You're not hurt? I look her over just to make sure she's fine. I know Stephanie for 3 reasons. Number 1, she's cute. I always remember a cute girl's name. Oh! Oh yeah, you just give compliments. You don't flirt with absolutely everyone. Mr. Playboy. Number 2, she's in Hazel's class. I've seen her around a few times before. And number 3, poor thing always gets in trouble with weird people. Oh, great. Because she's so trusting, people tend to take advantage and push her around. Oh, that's okay. Stephanie flushes at my smile and lowers her head. I chuckle, seeing the tip of her ears turn red. My reaction is like this because Stephanie is my favorite. Design-wise. I want to hold her hand. Why are you running off this so quickly? So I'm bothering you again? Want me to help? No, no one is bothering me. Also, Hazel's already kind enough to help me out today, so everything is fine. I wouldn't want you to waste your time. Her voice goes quieter. No worries. Always happy to help you out. I wink at her and she turns even redder. Oh, I mean, at least Hazel was like just admiring people all the time and being like, oh wow, they're really hot, pretty, whatever. But this guy's out here winking. So Hazel played knight in shining armor today? Stephanie's face brightens. For some reason, she adores Hazel. I hope Hazel doesn't color off on her. She's very kind. She is. He is! Yeah, she is. But don't tell her I said that. Stephanie blinks her large eyes at me. Her lips part a bit in surprise. Why not? I'm sure she would be happy to hear you compliment her. As her older twin, it's my job to tease her. She will go too arrogant if I'm praising her all the time. She giggles. I see. My eldest brother says the same thing. He never praises my other brothers either. It's the burden of being an older sibling. I shrug and she smiles, amused. When the bell rings, Stephanie looks up at the large clock on the building. She raises her hand to cover her mouth as she gasps. I'm already late. I'm sorry, I have to go. Sure, I won't keep you any longer. I shoo her away playfully and sit down again. See you around. Yeah, see you. Stephanie runs off. I stay after her until someone places a can on my head. Don't stay after girls, it's rude. Remember, you're not a fish. You are so right. This guy is though. I'm not infected. What now? Oki. Here's my cursor. That's how we define fish. I'm just appreciating beauty. Coffee. Uti. Spaghetti. Body. Mom spaghetti. Adrian takes down the can, handing it to me directly before sitting down in front of me. He proceeds to quietly unpack everything and neatly place our things on the table. The drinks, his lunch, even mine, then he waits. It's actually pronounced fish. I don't follow. You gotta head out. Okay. Have a good night, room. Thank you for coming by. Have I ever told you that you make a great house husband? I believe you've called me a nanny before. That too. Just great at taking care of people. Good, like in laugh, cough. Hotai. What? What are you saying? That's not even a real word. Fuck off. I've never heard that before in my life. What do you mean? That's so stupid! Why? The word is intended to be pronounced the same way as fishes and these sound. Why? 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 Yeah, that's me Googling it. I mean every word of that sentence. He's been taking care of Hazel and I ever since he first met us. I pee my boiled egg and bite into it. Aww, what would I do without you? God, what would I do without you? Get into even more trouble. Fair enough, you always have to clean up after Hazel and me. But seriously, I'd be pretty bored. I'm so used to you always being around. Literally, I'm serious. Except for going to the toilet, we do everything together. It's a habit by now. You even know how confused I get whenever you're sick? I sometimes start talking to thin air. I can actually imagine that. He looks amused. It's at the cost of me looking stupid.
But it's fine. I continue eating. I shouldn't disturb him. He doesn't like talking during meals. Once we're both finished, Adrian is ready to clean up when he looks into the distance. I follow his line of sight to check what he's looking at. Further away, I spot my sister and Zoe coming out of the building. I call out to them. Hey, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, over here. Adrian clicks his tongue at me. I tuck my head. What? It's not fun to not tease her at every opportunity. You two really get along, huh? Whatever. They walk over to us and sit down. Hazel's glare makes me smile. In comparison, Zoe looks fairly relaxed. Not a fan of those nicknames, huh? How about Dumb and Dumber instead? I don't know, I kinda like Tweedledee and Tweedledum better. Oh, wait, I have even better names. You haven't heard of them all yet? I have better ones. Please don't. Adrian exhales a weak sigh. Chippendale, small and cute. Come on, we're not even short. Smaller than me. If you think we're small, the average girl must look minuscule for you. Exactly, be a little more creative. How about Jack and Jill? Considering the setup, you and Hazel would make more sense with those names. Hi, Raiders! Welcome back in. Hi, I'm currently on an Uber voice reading. How was your stream? Also, hi, I'm Noelle, like the color pink visual novels and JRPGs. We're currently playing Trouble Comes Twice. I am streaming again. Yes, hello. Thank you for sending the raid back to us. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, I ended my earlier stream with Persona because this one was scheduled for longer. Well, like in advance. But this was my scheduled stream for today. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna not do that one. So we ended Persona. I did my chores, and now we're here. I hope. Oh, sorry. I hope Mass Effect was fun. Thank you so much for sending the raid back. Also, Pikachu for the raiders, of course. The cut. The burger. The cut.
Yeah, welcome in. We go from funny JRPG to funny bisexual rom-com dating sim. I've got more. No more. Zoe interrupts me, dramatically blocking her ears. I've had enough of your terrible naming sense. I second that. The only thing is, I wish I had more voices for this game. There's so many people talking. I glance at Adrian. Is my naming sense that bad? Adrian sips from his can, very slowly. I will use my right to remain silent. Zoe and Hazel snicker at me. My lips fall into an offended pout. After the short exchange, we all fall quiet. I don't mind a bit of silence, but Hazel grows visibly bored rather soon and starts tapping her finger. Finally, she glances at me. How's your day been so far, Jace? I guess this beginning part, by the way, is kind of so you get to see every single love interest. But then the one you're actually going to go, on the route for is gonna start immediately, so. The question catches me off guard. Who are you? What? You can't be my sister because she would never bother asking about my day. So who are you? When did you take her? And could you please not return her? Oh my god, just forget it. You're so childish. I almost stick my tongue out at her. Instead, I put on a whiny tone, imitating how Zoe always teases her. Now come on, Hayes. I'm only teasing you. I'll tell you all about my day if you want. Please don't. I'm no longer interested. So fickle. Zoe snorts out a short laugh. I fully intend to continue the charade when the sound of a motorcycle approaching stops me. Love interest at the stop, but then get the introduction for everyone. Yeah, right? You think like normally they could have made it like a common route and then you'd have like, I don't know, 4 choices. It doesn't have to be a long one. But why make me choose the love interest? Then I get this introduction here where I hang out with all of them with choices that don't matter. They're not even listed in the official walkthrough. And then, because you already want the food anyway. A little unsure. But on the other hand, we only have to do it like twice, I guess. And then next time around that I play Jace, I think I can just skip all of this. I look over my shoulder, noticing a familiar figure. Cameron. He gets off his motorcycle in slow motion, like he's acting in a movie or commercial. He pulls off his helmet, throws his hat back, and pulls his glove over his teeth. Ooh! For the finale, he runs a hand through his striking red hair. Isn't that... Cameron isn't the type you forget about easily, so it comes as no surprise to me that Zoe knows him. What does surprise me is the voice of my sister. Fuck, he's hot. Hazel! My jaw drops. Really, Hazel? Really? That guy is your type? I furrow my brows at the sight of my drooling sister. Adrian clears his throat and pushes my lower jaw back up. Hazel smiles at Cameron, he smiles back, then he smiles at me and I snarl. He strolls over at a leisurely pace. When he reaches us, he throws an arm around me that I decisively push off. Aw, don't be so distant. Don't be so clingy. What do you want? There's a game later today. They're missing some guys on both teams again. Basketball? Why are you even going around gathering people for them? Because it's fun. And they like playing against you. You're a great opponent, you know? I fake a smile. Because all the girls come when I play? I roll my eyes at him and pull an annoyed face. You just want more girls to come watch. It's no surprise why they always come running when I'm there. Absolutely. Who wouldn't want to see a hottie like you play? Never mind, Cameron is growing on me. Don't you have enough of them running after you already? It's annoying, but it's a fact that girls like him. I don't see his appeal, but each their own, I guess. The rest on this man! He still doesn't draw in as big of a crowd as I do, though. Understandable he wants me around. Ah, damn it! The self-esteem on both of our twins, at least. Fuck them. Cameron sighs dramatically. But not you. I shudder at the thought and crease my brows. Me, running after Cameron. Ew. Well, you say that now, Jace. You say that now, but there is a route. Let's leave it at that, okay? So I can count on you to make it to the game? Sure, just a practice game, right? Yeah, of course. Wouldn't dare put a pretty face of yours in an actual match. There he goes again. Be careful, I might make you regret those words. Would love to see you try. But then an alternate timeline. Yeah! I mean, you know what would also be fun? A big poly route. That would also be fun, big. Cameron looks over the rest of us and quirks up his brows. I think he's holding back a whistle. So, are you going to introduce me to your unrealistically attractive entourage or not? I mean, they don't stand a chance against me, but sure. You've already met Adrian. Adrian nods at Cameron. That's Zoe. Hi! Zoe flashes a curious smile. Cameron chuckles. You're amazing at introducing people. That's all you're gonna get. And that's Hazel. So this is the infamous twin sister, huh? I smirk at him, though I fear it's half a sneer. Yeah, I mentioned her before, didn't I? Briefly, yeah, although you failed to mention she's just as pretty as you. Yeah, of course she's pretty. She's my sister. I straighten my back and cross my arms. And is she just as conceited as you? Even more. I blink innocently and watch his face fall. Ah. Wait, really? Uh-huh, she saved herself as
Princess Hazel on my phone, unironically.
Zoe chimes in from the side, clearly finding this funny.
She's Queen Hazel on mine.
Adrian raises his phone, showing off a call ID.
She's master on mine.
You've lost your right to complain. Don't think I forgot you named yourself Emperor on my phone. You're the queen. I had to be a step higher. We didn't have that one last time.
Pringles.
I could go for some chips. Can't get worse than that, can it? Oh, I'm not done yet.
Hazel staring daggers at me, but I happily continue. Every morning, she wakes up and admires herself in the mirror for at least an hour.
Can you blame her? If I was as pretty as Hazel, I would admire myself every morning too. But you already do that.
Yeah, because I am just as pretty.
Finally, someone with a little sense. So she knows how to speak? Just because I have a voice doesn't mean I have to use it. Fair enough, but introducing yourself is basic manners, don't you think? I only introduce myself to people worthy of an introduction. Are you? I don't know, but get to know me and we could figure it out together.
I don't think so. I'd rather get to know a wall.
Then I can be your wall.
Oh my god.
That line sounded way better in my head. If you had even a smidge of these people's confidence, the world would see.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Dude, give up. You already ruined it. I might have lost the battle, but I'll never lose the war.
That's even worse.
Why is this guy so popular again? So, mysterious motorcycle boy, do you have a name?
Cameron.
Cool. Now I know which name to forget. He throws a look I can't quite place, so it's definitely more amused than offended. Aren't you a ray of sunshine? So he suddenly mutters something, staring at Cameron. Cameron. Why does the name sound so familiar? Not surprised it does, not to brag or anything, but I am pretty popular around campus. And for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, he sounds like the type of person I would steer clear of. Either way, you're certainly not forgettable. Because I'm hot. Because you're annoyingly persistent. And loud. Actually, I was going to say it's because you're a little giant, but whatever. Flashing is another roguish grin, Cameron shrugs. I can see the interest in his eyes. Hazel's a feisty girl, and that might be his type. Hey, feisty? He glances at me, then freezes. I show him my teeth and slowly mouth a couple of words while Hazel is too busy joking around with Zoe at his expense. Adrian might have noticed, but doesn't yet.
Hands off my sister.
Cameron's smile grows wider. He takes it as a challenge. Or
feisty. Oh, feisty.
He mouths back. I conveniently pick up a larger piece of eggshell that is still left from the boiled egg in my lunch and crush it between my fingers. A shudder goes through him. I continue to smile. I think I've wasted enough of your time. Nice to meet you all and catch you later, Jace.
Good boy. Good boy.
That was why he hurried off? Ah, stop watching! You even threatened him to keep his hands off me. I didn't know you were such a protective brother. You like me more than you want to admit, don't you? You misunderstand me. I was worried he'd end up with someone like you. Yeah. This is embarrassing. Yeah, see you. As soon as he's out of sight, Adrian sighs. He looks like trouble. Duh, the best people are. Zoe, I really worry about you sometimes. Zoe dismisses his concerns with a nonchalant way, facing Hazel instead. What do you think of him, Hazel? Interrupt Hazel before she can answer. Don't even bother asking, the drool tells you all you need to know. I was not drooling. Really? He's not her usual type though. True, Hazel likes pretty people. Cameron's a bit rough around the edges. See, I was only temporarily distracted. By the chiseled jawline? No. Oh, so the muscles? Then his ass? Ew, you checked him out from behind? Yep, then I have zero regrets. You should try it next time. No, thank you. Hazel looks at her phone. Right, I think that's my cue to go. I'm almost late for class. Are you jealous because I checked out his ass? Don't worry, yours is... Do not finish that sentence. Chill, girls. And in that case, I'll see you later, sis. Adrian and I are probably going to the game Cameron mentioned. It's not even a question whether Adrian will come along or not. I know he will. Poor guy. Want me to wait for you and walk back together later?
No, you head home first. Dad offered to pick me up on his way back from work, so I'll just practice until then. Alright, don't work yourself too hard. See ya. Bye. Later.
My poor voice.
After the game is over, close call, but my sides win, I'm left with a pleasant feeling of exhaustion in my muscles. Tugging at my clothes, I let some of the cool evening air pull down my temperature. I'm still sweaty since I only roughly washed up. I'm looking forward to a nice long shower. But before that, I have no choice but to wait for the bus to arrive. Sitting at the bus stop alone, I feel pretty bored. Adrian had to hurry off somewhere and Hazel's already home. I could call Dad to pick me up, but that's nonsense. It's only a few minutes until the next bus comes. It's quiet around here and the mood is dragging me down. I've been pretty content after the game, but now that the adrenaline is gone, I'm back to being annoyed. Pat Cameron's going to do something with sports later. Maybe I should consider something like that, but I really can't think of anything that involves sports. And being a professional athlete doesn't suit me. I like not thinking too much about the future, comfortable where I am now, but not allowing things to change won't help anyone. Unhappy, I throw my legs up and lay down on the bench. No one is around anyway. I wonder if someone would find me if I fell asleep here. Maybe I'd wake up here next morning.
Oh!
Well, I'm going for Adrian, so... Considering Adrian knows my schedule better than I do, he'd trace my steps and find me immediately. Soon enough, he'd start asking around and then searching if I didn't answer his messages. And he'd text me if I didn't start spamming him with random stuff in 2 hours at the latest. Which just say a lot. Firstly, that I have a very reliable friend to care for the unreliable me, and secondly, that I should stop my habit of spamming him. It's not very fun thought thinking about how long or short he'd need to find me. Maybe I should just fall asleep and see what happens tomorrow. Bullshit, of course. The bus driver wouldn't let me sleep around here like this. He knows me. Besides, it would be quite embarrassing to be woken up by a bus driver. It's not even especially late or anything. I'm simply exhausted from staying up so long last night. It's a damn dating sim's fault. If fun, I admit that, not out loud, because Hazel's being annoying about it, but I can't admit it to myself. The world of finding a love is your greatest problem. Which reminds me, I have until Christmas, huh? I wonder if Hazel's going to find someone by then. She might go on dates freely, but she won't seriously date someone she isn't interested in. With her high expectations, it won't be easy to find someone. What are my expectations? What do I even want in a relationship? I allow my thoughts to randomly drift off, and someone's voice drags me out of my daze. Hey? Hey! Are you okay? Tired? I roll my head back a bit and an upside-down face enters my view. I smile up at Adrian, whose eyebrows are lightly scrunched together. His eyes move over me before returning to my face. Are you not feeling well? Everything's fine, just a little tired. I sit up. Adrian straightens, head tilting as his gaze continues to roll my face. Don't stare at me like that, I'm fine, really. I pat the space next to me, prompting him to sit down. I remember you saying that on another occasion. It was before you fainted after playing a basketball game with a high fever. You're never going to let me live that down, are you? It happened 2 years ago. The other team had personally offended me, so I dragged myself to the game despite not feeling well. Couldn't be helped that I collapsed after playing. Adrian practically had to carry me to the nurse's office. I don't remember much since I blacked out, only a lot of surprised screams. And squeaks from the girls. It's not very sexy to lose consciousness. I had that say, oh my god, back a few years ago now, there was this one BTS special that they showed in cinemas actually. I don't remember which exact movie it was, but we watched that. And there was a scene where Jungkook also almost fainted. No, he did faint. And some girls next to me literally also squealed. I'm like, oh yeah, that's very sexy. This guy who's a member of a band you really like faints because he's exhausted. That's so sexy. What? To this day, I still don't understand. Like, oh yeah, he's working himself so hard, he fainted. Right, lovely. I snap out of my thoughts when I feel a cold hand slide under my bangs and press against my forehead. I hold still, letting Adrian check my temperature. One of these days, he's going to start checking my pupils and pulse too. Alright, Mom, enough of this. I grasp his wrist, tugging his hand away from myself. Cute how he takes care of you. He's way too nice. It's amazing that you never figured anything out when he's like this. Does he have a crush on us?
You were still in a good mood during the game. Why the sudden change?
The Stoke Lonely bus stop was depressing me, but now you're here, my sunshine.
I coo at him. Adrian rubs his forehead. This is the reason for the rumors. I barely hear what he's muttering except for the last word. Rumors? Nothing. Don't mind it. I shrug, staring down the street where 2 headlights are slowly coming into view. Looks like the bus is here. Wanna come over? Sure.
The bus with the extremely green seats.
We pick up our bags and get on the bus. I smile at the driver who offers a nod in return and walk to the last row. Adrian pulls out his phone as he sits down. Troubles in paradise, Noah.
What? No!
There's no paradise yet. We're not dating yet. Our families are super close, so it's usually enough if he drops them a message that he's staying over. I mean, he even has a toothbrush and clothes at our place. When we were still in school, Adrian was allowed to stay overnight even on weekdays. Contrary to my other friends, he always insisted on us going to sleep on time. Then, I lean over to glance at his phone. It's a habit I have from interacting with Hazel. If one of us has the phone out, the other might read along. Adrian presses the button to lock it again, his movement's a bit flustered. The screen turns dark. It's suspicious that he never lets me even glance at his phone. Is he hiding perverted pictures? No, but maybe he has you as his, background picture. He doesn't want you to see that. I try to imagine Adrian having any sort of perverted material anywhere, but it's impossible. He's a saint.
Yeah?
That's why he doesn't have a partner yet. It's because he doesn't show any interest. Tell your parents I said hi. It's been a while since I last saw them. I should come over again sometime soon. You're always at our place, so your parents must hardly see you. I don't mind. They're pretty busy anyway. They could also come over to ours with you. It's always a fun evening when Adrian and his parents are over. Our parents get along really well. One of the reasons why Adrian is almost like a third child for mom and dad. Adrian unlocks his phone again to type a quick message. It seems that his mother or father is currently using their phones since the answer comes quickly. His lips tug into a rare smile, taps the screen once and turns it towards me and I laugh. It's a photo. Adrian's mother's holding a cat! With her paw stretched out to touch the phone. It looks like she's waving. She says that all 3 of them greet you back. Aww, he has a cat! I miss your cat. She's great. I really like her. Maybe because she's so much like you and Hazel. She's not. At least I hope the hyperactive furball who loves to play around and cuddle is not similar to us. Adrian's not the type to stare at his phone when he's with someone else, so he doesn't use it for the rest of the ride. We chat about random things and I can feel my mood getting better again. I'm home! I brought Adrian! Close the door behind us, slipping out of my shoes while Adrian bends down to untie his. He places them at the side before also moving mine. Welcome back, dear! Welcome home, Jace! Welcome back, dear! Welcome home, Jace! Mom! Good evening. Mom! I hear her laugh from the living room. I stumble over in fake annoyance. She looks up from the TV, smiling at me. You're getting more and more biased each day. There's dinner in the kitchen. Are you going to eat in your room or will you join me? I glance at Adrian, who looks as tired today as I feel, and shake my head. We lit upstairs. It's more comfortable. I think we could both use some time to lounge around. Alright. Mom turns her attention back to the TV. Behind me, Adrian has already walked into the kitchen to prepare 2 portions of small steaks with potatoes and vegetable sauce.
Potato!
I need to make something for dinner sometime later. Jesus Christ. Steak. Is this enough?
Yeah.
I take my plate from him before jogging up the stairs to my room. I leave the door open for Adrian, who closes it as he comes in. I want to show off the eating, so let's watch something short. Anything you have in mind? Whatever's fine with me. I pick a random comedy series first and throw myself into the pillows. As usual, Adrian sits neatly. Once I'm done eating, I stretch and get up. I'll take a quick shower. Go ahead. Want to come with me? I stop before the door, my mischievous heart waking up again. You've had a hard day. You want to take a shower too? You can join me if you want. I watch his expression closely, clutching my stomach in laughter when I see shock twist his face. Wow, Adrian, why do you look as if you were considering green for a second there?
Good afternoon! Hi, Zen! Good evening! How are you doing? Hi! Konnichi!
What's up?
How are you?
I wasn't. I needed a second to process the nonsense you were saying.
That's why you're blushing!
Sure.
I'll be going now.
What were you doing? Nothing important, probably.
Valid.
With my hair still wet and my clothes sprinkled with water droplets, I stroll back into my room. Adrian pulls a face, gesturing for me to come over. Why do you never dry your hair? Are you trying to get sick on purpose?
You worry too much.
At least dry it enough so that it doesn't drip everywhere. Even though Adrian says that he expects me to sit down in front of him, and I do, he roughly rubs the towel that was draped on my shoulder over my hair.
Oh, guys, I hope that's... No, this one does not have a secret hidden... Ooh, everyone actually tries to kill each other. Rude. This is just hot people.
The game. We're the same age, but he spoils me like I'm a little kid. It's a perfect nanny. I get lazy around him.
Bro! He is that dense. He is that.
When I let Adrian dye my hair, I almost doze off. That is, until my sister suddenly storms into the room. Hello, Adrian. Long time no see. Are you staying over? Yes. Would you like to play with us then? Hazel ignores me starting up the console. We had talked about continuing that dating sim. Feeling awkward, I sit up. I don't really want Adrian around when we're playing something so ridiculous. I mean, he knows we play this kind of stuff, but the one we're playing right now is just stupid. Not a single character in the story has a brain. Also, the design is overflowing with glitter and flowers. I mean, we play it because it's hilarious and the characters look good, but... Another dating sim? Not everyone has a secret stash of... Yes, Jace thinks it's fun. I do not. Hazel rolls her eyes at me. Whatever. He always says it's easy to get the best endings, but he's definitely worse than me. Even in reality, I should be the one to... Hey! My loud exclamation startles both Adrian and Hazel. I chuckle awkwardly to my friend before proceeding to drag my sister out the door. Don't tell Adrian about the bed. Why not? You're the one who always tells him everything. That's true, but not this time. You're just trying to get an advantage by telling him. Don't think I didn't see through you. God, I'm talking nonsense again. What? Hazel narrows her eyes dangerously. I fake an arrogant laugh and heartily tap her shoulder. If Adrian knows, you can easily ask him to introduce you to good guys. We both know Adrian is acquainted with a couple of people who would suit your tastes. She flares up in annoyance. I don't need his help. You're the one who needs to rely on him. I spread my arms, shrugging. Me? I don't even want to tell him. I can find someone on my own. Since you don't need his help, you don't mind keeping it a secret, right? Fine. Hazel breathes out through her nose, grumbling something under her breath as she goes back inside. I wait until she's out of sight before I drag my hands over my face. As if I tell Adrian about something that embarrassing. Yeah, right? What was I thinking? The clear head no longer rolled up by Hazel anymore, I realize how stupid the whole bed is. Simply put, it makes it sound like we're desperate. It would be much better to wait until I find someone I genuinely like rather than forcing the whole issue. That's what Adrian is doing, which makes the whole situation even more awkward. It feels childish compared to how mature my friend is acting. He doesn't need to know about any of this. I can find someone, I just need to look around. Could look very, very closely. You might find someone. I re-enter the room before the pause is too long and I'm greeted by Adrian's questioning gaze. I know he won't ask, he's too polite for that, but I can tell he wants to know. Hazel was gonna embarrass herself. Hazel was about to say something shameful. Can't let my little sister embarrass herself like that. Embarrass myself? Yeah, I'm such a kind person, aren't I? Adrian's voice trembles from a suppressed laughter. You are. Adrian, don't encourage him, he will only get worse. Hazel throws a pillow at me. I laugh before throwing my towel back at her. There's a soft smile on Adrian's lips as he quietly watches over the playful fight. A short pillow fight, Hazel returns her attention to the game and I join her.
Adrian sits on my side, leaving me in the middle. We started playing last night, so we're not very far yet. Adrian's looking at the screen with mild interest. Characters are drawn well. Hi, Raiders! Welcome in! It's been one of those weeks past the OI! So true. So true. How are you? Hi, I'm Noe, like the color pink vision of his JRPGs, and we're currently playing Trouble Comes Twice, which is a bisexual rom-com dating sim. We are quite literally passing the yaoi. Because we're trying to date that guy. That guy on the... this dude. This guy. How are you? Come in! How was stream? What game was it today? I saw you were live earlier, but I didn't actually remember what game it was. You finished very rude. Oh, I know your pain. I know your pain. You're only getting started though. I hope you had fun. They're so in love, so true. What? You have a Shinji chair emote? Oh my god, that's good. That's great. You have to play the other routes as well. What do you think of the haircut? Genuinely, what do you think of the haircut? Because I was like, really? Oh, I didn't like the haircut. Everything else I was like, yeah, okay, I guess. Sure, I love Ray, but god damn it! Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I guess that's your way of saying they're good looking. Yeah, they are. Hazel opens the game's title menu, which shows off the sprites for the full love interest. Chaz must be crazy good. Oh, yeah! Yeah, definitely. That's the full characters you can pursue. I pointed them one by one, commenting on each one. It's the usual tropes: the calm character, the shy one, the player, and the bubbly one. Adrian hums in acknowledgement. We stare at him for a few seconds until he glances back at me. Hazel always goes after the ones with the best designs. What trope would you go after? Adrian visibly hesitates and looks back at the screen. The cute one. That's about as non-descriptive as it can get. It's like saying you like animals. There are a lot of animals, you know? Give us some details, Adrian. Even Hazel's curiosity has been ignited. He stares Adrian down with wide eyes. Details! Fine. He gives in, hesitantly turning his face away. The outgoing ones, maybe? His voice turns quiet. A type that gets along with everyone but doesn't rely on others easily. You mean the ones where you have to work for them to get used to you? Yes. Ugh, that type is such a hassle. I can see why people like them, the gratification of winning them over and all, but it takes forever to get anywhere. And when they get used to you, they're so clingy. Adrian nods in agreement. Yes. I think it's cute. I glance at him, pulling a face. Man, I totally can't agree with that, because that's you. Well, you're staring at Adrian in disbelief. I'm staring at you in disbelief. Huh? Why? Don't you feel like the description is a tad familiar? Yeah, it's a trope. It's you! It's you! Motherfucker. That's not what I meant. Was it a character in the last dating sim we played? No. God, I feel bad for Adrian. I'm just gonna continue reading the book with this voice because I can't talk. The book? The game! I can't talk today anymore. I think I shouldn't be streaming more than once in a day. Jesus Christ. Adrian swiftly changes the topic. So Hazel goes after the characters based on her looks. I go after characters in dating sims based on who they're voiced by. Actually. Well, no, usually I go by recommended route order where it's like, oh, you know, the character that has the least lore, actual story thing, blah blah blah, and then move
moving closer to the one that's either the true route, because many otome games go with a true route nowadays, or by the one I dislike is too strong a word, but like where I don't like the design as much. Where I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I like this guy much, and then usually I'm like, oh, not that bad actually. I try to keep the one I like most design-wise for last, just so I have something to look forward to. Say Goodbye is a surreal, for real though. Like, I mean, I'm gonna enjoy listening to that. Hello. Not solely, of course. I won't pursue a character's personality I find irritating, no matter how good looking. But I'll admit I like going after the pretty ones. Adrian shifts his eyes to me. And who do you usually go for? If I'm playing, which I don't unless Hazel forces me to do it. Sure. Then... Be honest. You went very first because he's the prettiest. So true. I mean, to be fair, slow damage only has 4 routes and you can only start with 2 of them. So it's like, either this or the other. Who did I go? Did I go for Wraith first? I think I also went for Wraith first. Generally, because I was like, you know what? It's only 2 people you can choose between. Oh, I cannot wait for you to get to the last one. The last one is the one that has one of my favorite songs as the ending song, by the way. You don't know any Say You So Mean to Bias. Fair. I think you would still recognize some voices. Not to the extent where I'm like, oh, I know that voice, I need to look up who that is. But there's some voices where you're like, that sounds familiar, right? I know you were playing walkthrough because I remember I pinned the Ray walkthrough in our chat because I was like, I need it. I played most of slow damage on my TV. I was like, I'm gonna put Steam on my TV so I can really get some use out of that one. And let me tell you, that is an experience. Like, all bundled up in bed and you have slow damage on a big TV. I'm so happy. HD music and slow damage was so fucking good. The music snaps. I don't think they have a single bad song in there. I paused for a moment, feeling slightly awkward about admitting it. Ultimately, I decided I might as well be honest. Hazel would know if I lied anyway. The gentle ones, you know, the comforting characters who usually end up being the poor second male lead. Oh, second lead syndrome. Pain. It's relaxing to pursue them, not much drama. I love slow damage offends me. I see. But since I buy the games, they're just as gorgeous as everyone else. I snorted a laugh. Yeah, your taste is impeccable. You always find high quality games. I need to... Fuck! Damn it! I need to finish that one Otome game. I started last year, I still haven't finished. I need to play my Otome games again. I'm so behind. I haven't touched them in months. I don't even know what the current like release schedule of the English translated ones is. Oopsie. Do you want to try playing, Adrian? Hazel holds out the controller to him. We already know he won't, but this way you can say we didn't at least try. Thank you for the pad and the Hayatan. I don't have anything to drink. Actually, I finished everything I had earlier.
I now have a drink. Wrong button. And say. As expected, Adrian shakes his head and leans back. No, thank you. That is also a game title. Jason. Hazel pushes the controller into my hands. What? I didn't have dinner yet. I'll go get myself something to eat first. I go something inaudible, but take the controller. Fine. Be right back. Hazel stands up and walks out of the room. I have played no thank you. I don't remember when I finished it though. I don't think I did. Because I don't remember any endings. I own it though, but I own the non-Steam version. And then I switched PCs. I think that's what I don't have it installed anymore, so I never finished it. Hazel stands up and walks out of the room. It's your Steam library. Yeah, I don't have the Steam version. And I'm like, I don't want to buy it again on Steam. But that's why I keep forgetting about it. If I had it on Steam, I would not be forgetting it all the time. I stared at the controller for a while, debating if I should actually load the save. I mean, I chose a childhood friend, and the dating sim for girls, so the love interests are mostly male. It's a bit. I peek at Adrian, who catches me looking in, misinterprets my sheepish look. You can go ahead and play. I don't mind watching. Are you sure you don't want to play? Are you sure you don't want to try it? It's an experience. I'm not very fond of the common romance trope, so I'm not interested. You're not? I get my amusement from watching you play and hearing your commentary. I really don't want to start this though. Sounds like it's going to get boring pretty quickly. Not at all. You're very amusing to watch. Is that a compliment? Maybe. Alright then. I stared at the screen for a moment before I decisively pressed the button for new game, completely ignoring the existence of my save file. I'll just say I did it so that he can experience the whole story. I don't get far before Hazel enters the room again. I like to joke about twin telepathy, but I actually pick up on subtle changes. Since I know Hazel exceptionally well, I can tell when something about her mood has changed, even if she's trying to hide it. Hazel's expression when she comes in is slightly weird, but quickly returns to normal. Where's your food? She freezes for a moment before sitting down. I don't feel like eating meat right now. Doesn't explain why you didn't take any potatoes or vegetables either. I'm not interested enough to pursue the topic, so I merely shrug. Okay, see how far we can get through this tonight. Don't forget you have an early lesson tomorrow. Do I? You do. Why do you know his schedule? Good thing you know my schedule. With a broad smile on my face, I give him a thumbs up. Don't worry though, I can just skip the class. Adrian shakes his head to himself, returning his gaze to the screen. Next to me, Hazel's leaning on her arm, staring forward with a vacant look on her eyes. When I wave her hand in front of her eyes, she twitches. What? Does the little girl need a beauty sleep? Go ahead if you're tired. And for the third time today, I get smacked by a pillow. Hazel only sticks around for about another hour. When she tells us she wants to go to bed, I start teasing her about needing beauty sleep again and get my payback in the form of a flying slipper. It hits my shin surprisingly hard, but I laugh it off and wish her good night. After she's gone, we make ourselves more comfortable. I don't take the tacky shirt, instead changing into a more normal one to sleep. Ooh, what? Hello? No need to torture Adrian, that monstrosity is reserved for Hazel's eyes. Once Adrian has changed as well, he approaches the bed. You both sleep on the same bed? Aww. That's blue, right? Is that blue? Purple. Blue. For it's not bright, like it's not a... I do not know how to describe it, but it's a very loud color. Adrian sits down in front of me, pulling at the leg of my pants. Pervert! Pervert! I shout in a fakely high-pitched voice, trying to pull my leg away from him. He grabs my ankle tight, holding me place.
Stop struggling. She threw it harder than she intended.
I know, she throws stuff often enough.
I struggle again, a bit embarrassed, but he looks up at me. His dark blue eyes are always a calming sight. Hold still. I wish I had the kind of voice that would fit Adrian. I hate it. I cannot take myself seriously when I do. Hold still. This time I let him. I lean on a pillow, silently allowing him to slide his fingers carefully over the bone.
You acting like she might have broken something? At worst, I'll probably get a small bruise.
And you're going to whine about it for days? Obviously. I stretch my arm to grab the slipper. It's one with a thick, solid sole. They actually belong to Dad, but sometimes I borrow his if I need them for something. Very suitable for getting rid of spiders and insects, but not very suitable for throwing at people. I move my leg a bit when Adrian presses on a painful spot.
Enough! It tickles!
Adrian tucks the fabric of my pants back into place, finally releasing me. It's against it for a couple of minutes that will allow it a chance of it bruising visibly.
No, too lazy.
I'm lying on my back with my eyes comfortably closed and unwilling to move. If I complain, Adrian will take care of it anyway. As expected, I hear Adrian breathe out through his nose. I get pushed around for a second and he settles my leg over his lap. I scrunch my nose when he starts pressing against the bruising spot. I can feel the heat of his hand on my leg comfortably warm. Thanks.
I feel so loved.
Jeez, I feel so loved being worried about and taken care of. I feel like a small kitten sitting out in the rain. It's hard to ignore you. You make it sound like I'm completely hopeless. You're not. I'm not. He doesn't comment on it anymore, but I have a feeling he doesn't agree. You're not going to continue playing? I don't want to sit up. Alright. It's a blessing and a curse to have someone like Adrian as your friend. It's great that he's unconditionally supportive, but he's spoiling me. I've gotten too used to it. I shift my head, opening my eyes a bit. Peek through the slit at Adrian, who stares down at his hand in thought. There aren't many people like him, gentle, caring, willing to endure nonsense for his friends. And he's handsome on top of that. When he feels my stare, his eyes move over to meet mine. If you're falling asleep, go brush your teeth and go to bed. You're heavy. I don't want to carry you again. Even if I do fall asleep, you could always wake me up. Easier said than done. Once you've fallen asleep, you'd rather sleep on the ground than sit up again. Is it really that bad? I don't know how I act when I'm still half asleep. It's not like I remember much about being in that state. Trust me, I've tried. He shakes his head and gives me a wry smile. I'm not your dad. Don't make me carry you around. This time I gather the energy to tilt my head up. I lift an eyebrow at him. As if I'd let my dad carry me around at this age? No way. It might not make too much sense, but I don't care as much if it's Adrian.
You're a special case.
You wouldn't have your dad carry you around, but you would have your friend carry you around. Interesting logic there, my guy. I let my head fall back to stare at my ceiling. You're an exception. You're special. He's a special friend. Even if I get along with others, it's not quite the same. I don't think I could tolerate another person suddenly being this close to me. Adrian hums softly in reply. Honestly, I wouldn't allow just anyone to randomly grope me like that. At least I think of it as pretty creepy if some random person started poking around on my leg like Adrian is. Are you telling me I am allowed to grope you? I mean, you kind of are. He tickles the sole of my foot and I curl up with a loud laugh. Adrian stops holding my leg after a couple of minutes. I start dozing off more and more. The music coming from the TV is making me tired. You make fun of Hazel for needing beauty sleep, but now you're tired as well. I need beauty sleep too. You really don't. You're pretty enough. I'm not completely denying that, but at least call me handsome. My handsome face doesn't come from a lack of sleep, you know. I sit up with a pout. He looks over my face, pursing his lips. Sorry. Both you and Hazel are approaching the androgynous side. Fine. I'm gorgeous. That I can agree with. Adrian stands up, holding a hand out to me. I have to get up early tomorrow. Let's go to sleep.
Fine.
Chase, wake up.
No.
Wake up.
No.
Chase.
No!
I haul into the pillow, clasping it tightly. Adrian drags the blanket away from me, causing me to curl up when I feel the cold air hit my skin.
Damn, you're cruel. Come on, have some mercy on a guy just wanting to sleep. I can skip one class.
You say that every time.
It's at an ungodly hour.
Are you planning on getting a job one day? You do realize that most people work 8 hours a day, right? You imagine him whining like a party cat.
I can see why he's familiar, why he's similar to the cat. Gotta run before you die of hunger. Okay, get some good food. Thank you for coming by.
I nailed it. They don't stop working at noon.
Ugh. I should just win the lottery, that would make things easier.
But that's not the option I have to take. I'm so sad. Ah, stupid carrot. I'll turn around and raise my arms into the air.
Help!
Seriously?
You sound amused and not mad, so yes.
Adrian laughs lightly and he grabs my hands. I'm so warm from sleeping, so his hands feel colder than mine. He tucks me up without a hint of being bothered by my weight, and I sway into a seating position. It's so early. With my eyes closed, I let my head fall forward and bump against Adrian's leg. He pats my back. Nah. The comfortable petting is exchanged with a rougher hit that makes me cough once. Stop stalling for time. Get up. I drag myself up, throwing a dazed glance at Adrian, who's already dressed. You're worse than my mom. Actually, she's the one who asked me to wake you up. Is Hazel getting the same treatment at least? I knocked on her door. I glare at him, but he merely lifts an eyebrow. Do you think it's a good idea for me to walk into a young woman's room like that? Unlike you, I'm not her actual sibling. Fair point. Hazel's usually pretty comfortable around Adrian, but that doesn't mean she's fine with him entering her room whenever. Adrian pulls out his phone and glances at the time, furrowing his brow. My class starts earlier than yours. I'll be late if I don't go now, so... I wave my hand at him in a dismissive gesture. Yeah, I'm getting up. See you later. Until later then. I give up. I give up on trying to reach that voice. Oh my god. Oh. I yawn before letting myself fall into the pillow again. I'm about to daze off and Hazel storms into my room unannounced. You're still sleeping? I'm very obviously awake. Groaning, I get up to gather some clothes while throwing a question and glance at Hazel. Don't you think Adrian is acting weirdly? Too much nonsense too early in the morning. Nope. You haven't noticed anything unusual? Not at all. Hazel opens her mouth but pauses. In the end, she ends up following me around the room as I gather the stuff I need for today. Since she's still talking, I can't exactly go wash up. He's been staring at his phone a lot lately. No more than usual. And he's been zoning out a lot. No. You're just not noticing it. I'm more sensitive to that type of stuff. Is she really? To be fair, I can't ignore the possibility that I simply didn't notice. But it's Adrian. Surely I'd know if something was up, right? Okay, so maybe he's a bit distracted. He's probably stressed due to classes. Or there could be another reason. Such as... Oh! Seriously, Hazel, I'm still half asleep. Please get to the point before my energy runs out. I still have to make it to the bathroom somehow. She clicks her tongue at me. Don't you think he might have a crush on someone? That would explain why he's been getting distracted and staring at his phone a lot. As would a lot of other explanations. Hazel rolls her eyes and hesitates before finally spitting out something rather surprising. I didn't want to say this because it feels like I'm invading Adrian's privacy, but... Why are you saying it then? I noticed him staring at some kind of photo on his phone. When I came over, he got really flustered and hid it. Adrian was flustered. Adrian's not the type to be visibly agitated. Usually you can't tell at all. If he does show that he's nervous, then he's gotta be really nervous. When did that even happen? Yesterday evening. When? When he went to fetch his phone. I was downstairs too, remember? I squinted at her. It sounds weird, but she doesn't have a reason to lie to me about this. Who knows what kind of photo it was? It's not our business. So you don't mind him having a crush on someone and not telling you? Of course I mind. Staring at a photo doesn't mean he's got a crush. If you watch him for a while when he isn't looking, I'm sure you'd notice him doing it too. Are you seriously asking me to stalk Adrian? Come on. That's a little much even for you. She scoffs, placing her hands on her hips. Hips? Fine. I don't even care anyway. I just hope his partner turns out to be someone nice. Ow. Yes, throat. I'm aware you don't like me talking for so long. I don't care. Her words make me freeze up. Right. Adrian shouldn't have any trouble asking someone out. If he's crushing on someone, I can't imagine them rejecting him. I mean, who would say no to someone like him? As expected, he will have a partner before you. I'm not surprised. He's quite a catch. She looks away from me. Her tone is off. Adrian's a caring guy, so he's definitely going to pamper them. He won't have a lot of time for us anymore. But wouldn't it be good for him to find someone he likes? On the other hand, I can't say I'm not curious. Besides, Hazel sounds seriously worried. It would calm her mind if we check it out. Gonna get around for work, have fun? Okay, thank you for coming by. Have a good day at work. Okay, let's try and see if we can find out something. Task failed successfully? Wasn't a reasoning I wanted you to have, but as long as it works. Well, what other reason would I do such a thing if not to help you? You know what? Sure, just do it for me. Good. So, what was your plan? He said he had something planned this weekend, right? I have to follow him so we can find out if he's meeting someone. Following Adrian around secretly feels strange, but I've already agreed. Got it. Oh, but if Adrian has a crush on Jace, like before we even start the game, it's gonna be weird to play as Hazel and try to date her. I really like. Sorry, 1 second. Even though I have a weird plan for the weekend, it doesn't stop me from spending time with Adrian as normal until then. On my way to an empty classroom where he's waiting, I end up walking right into someone I know. Jace! I'm not too happy to see him though. Still remember you flirting with my sister, Cameron. Just keep an eye out so that it doesn't happen again. I look around, taking in the glances of various girls. Cameron and I are kind of famous around campus, you could say. Cameron is a bad boy type and myself is a nice guy. You calling yourself... Oh... Most of the rumors around Cameron are nonsense though. He's not actually a bad guy. Although he does have this terrible talent of always appearing when I'm in a hurry. Hi and bye. Sorry, I'm on my way somewhere. Cool, I wanted to spend some time with you, you know? I stare at him like he's an idiot. You're totally doing this on purpose. Oh my god. What could you possibly be talking about? You asked! You stopped me because you saw me walking by in a hurry. The fun thing is that you're too nice to ignore a friend calling for you even when you're in a rush. I should reconsider our relationship. As much as I can understand you wanting to be friends with someone like me, you have some seriously bad habits. Cameron snickers, raising his eyebrows. You meeting up with someone pretty? What? You look like someone who's in a rush to go see someone. If it's someone you want to meet urgently, isn't it someone you've got a thing for? I scoff at him, rolling my eyes. I'm only meeting Adrian. My pause appears to surprise him. Obviously is interpreted differently from my intention. What? Did I guess right? Is it someone you're interested in? Yes! No! None of your business. Yes. Yes, it is. The light comes out surprisingly easy. Cameron holds my gaze as if trying to find out whether I'm telling the truth or not, but I don't hesitate to return his stare. I feel like you're lying, but maybe you're not. He rubs his chin and narrows his eyes. A shame. Are you sure you wouldn't rather spend some time with me? Absolutely not. Not this time. Not in this universe. In this universe, I'm going to date my best friend. Also, why do you care so much about who I'm about to meet? He's probably doing it to tease me. Because I like you. As expected. As if I'd believe that. What is it that makes you think I'm not being honest? You break my heart if I truly was in love with you. He just admitted he's only joking. Cameron. Yes, sweetheart. Ugh.
I stalled you long enough. For today I'll let you off, but mark my words, I shall return to capture your heart. He makes a dramatic exit like a bad movie villain, leaving me behind in the days. Weirdo. Adrian's waiting for me in an empty classroom. As long as there are no classes ongoing, we are free to use them to work on our assignments. Adrian, seated in his favorite spot, is in a corner of the room near the window. I let my bag fall to the ground, claiming the free space next to him. Hazel's words pop into my head. Different, huh? You can't say I noticed anything like that. Adrian touches his face. Do I have something on my face? No, I just like looking at you. 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, as far as I can tell. Why are you staring then? Why not? I like looking at beautiful things. Now you sound like Hazel. Ah, so you admit you're a beautiful thing. I didn't. He breaks off in the middle of the sentence, sighing. Whatever. A lot of people like your face. Our family's of good gene. Are you only my friend because I'm good looking? Idiot, I obviously became your friend to satisfy my hero complex, don't you know that? I'm not sure if I like that answer better. I laugh at his unhappy face. Come on, I allow you to see me at my worst. That alone should tell you that you're a very good friend. You know how careful I am with my image. Indeed. It would be better if other people didn't see you wear those hideous peaches. They really are hideous. But I won't stop wearing them until Hazel gets bored of hating me for them. I make myself comfortable by leaning onto him. How's your leg? No bruises, so I'd say pretty good. That's good. You already get enough bruises from basketball. You care a lot about a few bruises on me. It's normal that I don't like seeing you hurt. Besides, your skin bruises really easily, especially your thighs and arms. He pauses, then grimaces. No one heard me saying that, right? I glance around. The only other person left, why? Missing context can greatly change the meaning of some sentences. I hum thoughtfully and repeat the sentence in my head. Nope, I'm not getting it. You don't need to. Don't think about it. My phone is dying. Don't think about it. Don't even think about it. We're not thinking about any bruising in this Christian household. Too late. What do you think you're hitting me? Is that it? The conversation turned very kinky very quickly. And you totally missed it. To be fair, I never assume Adrian means something perverted, no matter how ambitious his words are. Biggies. It's his deadpan face. Wait, domestic violence makes sense for my wrist, but it doesn't make sense for my legs. It'd be very inconvenient to hit. I guess you could kick them. It wouldn't be domestic. I'm not a part of your household. Yes, you are. Unofficially adopted. Anyway, how exactly would you bruise my legs? I'd really prefer to talk about something else. I wouldn't. I love topics that make you awkward. So tell me, are those brownies? Give me one. Adrian successfully distracts me by taking out a bag with brownies he must have bought before I got here. I prefer salty food, but that doesn't mean I don't like sweet snacks too. Adrian stuffs one into my mouth and I chew happily. Bribe accepted. Thank God. Sometimes Adrian seems to think of things in a different context than I do. Going by his reaction, I'd almost guess it goes on a perverted route, but I can't imagine Adrian thinking something perverted. Ah, I see. So it's me then. It's my brain not at fault here. Too bad. It doesn't really fit with his usual image. You're staring into nowhere again? I've got a lot to think about. For example. Ooh! I actually can choose that. I twist my head to look at him. Since I'm leaning on his shoulder, our faces are rather close. He leans his head. What's wrong with my throat? He leans his head away but continues looking at me, waiting for my answer. I was wondering whether someone like you would also have perverted thoughts. Adrian's face goes rigid. Sometimes I wonder if you don't consider me to be a normal young man, but some sort of alien from another planet. So you do? How in the world did you start thinking about this? That's a confirmation, right? Why do I need your brownie?
I'll take that as a yes. Adrian sits still for about half an hour before he taps my shoulder. I sit up straight and he bends down to put his book away. As nice as wasting time is, I still have to do some actual work. Seriously, our break isn't that long. Still have another hour before the next class. See, that's not long. He stares me down and I obey. Alright. An hour! An hour until your next class, that's a lot of time. Kind of forget my and Hazel's plan over the course of the week. When it's finally Saturday, it's Hazel who drags me out with determination. Are we really doing this? Shh! Standing behind the corner, we peek out at Adrian. He's done nothing but window shopping so far, so we didn't need to follow him into any stores yet. Because it's just drizzling outside, people are covered by umbrellas. We look less conspicuous that way, and the streets are still full with people despite the annoying weather. So far, no one has approached him. It doesn't look like he's meeting up with anyone. If he isn't, then why is his hairstyle differently than usual? Squint. Is it? And he's checking out cafes. He's definitely preparing for a date. Is he? Are you even watching him? I thought I was. Hazel's comments leave me confused because I haven't noticed anything like that. Am I just that bad at spotting details, or is this Hazel's imagination running amok? Just then, as if to prove Hazel's words, Adrian stops before the entrance of a cafe. Judging from what his face is turned to, I can only guess that he's reading the menus standing at the side. That one has a couple's menu. How would you know that? You're single. Because the girls sitting near me in class are constantly squealing about it. Adrian turns around, pulling out his phone. He types something, then smiles sweetly. Hazel merely points forward, still staring at me. Okay, yeah, that's unusual, but no reason to panic yet. In the next 15 minutes, I grow quieter and more uncertain. Adrian stops by a flower store, then a store with small tree kits, and finally stands in front of the cinema for a while reading the text below a movie poster that is clearly romance. For the record, Adrian does not like romance movies. He says he doesn't like the unrealistic portrayal of relationships. See? I told you he's preparing for a date. Interesting. Somehow Hazel sounds unhappy. I feel my face twist at the sound of her voice. But why wouldn't he tell me about it? A small voice in my head reminds me that falling for someone can always happen and that a crush is a perfectly reasonable thing to hide even from a close friend. I don't like that voice. Adrian moves on, so we follow right after. Suddenly he turns around as if he's remembered something and freezes as he stares directly at me. I can almost hear the silent scream coming from both me and Hazel. Hey! Fancy meeting you here. I dragged the greeting out for way too long and my voice is too stiff, as is my smile, but Adrian's a good guy. He doesn't comment on it. Hi, what are you two doing out here in this weather? Poke Hazel. I poke Hazel's side. She jolts and throws a dark glare at me, but I only laugh awkwardly. Oh! I drag the word and look at Hazel as if I can't answer because of her. Adrian's eyes move on over to her and she becomes slightly flustered for a moment, though she hides it immediately. I just wanted to go out. Me? I didn't want to go out. The weather's terrible. It's all on her. You know what I have to say about that? What? Hey, Zoe! She shouts while looking to the right. Both Adrian and I watch her suddenly hurry off with my umbrella in my dimension. Wait, huh? Lo and behold, Zoe isn't that far from us. She's walking down the street looking quite surprised to see Hazel. Soon her face... She's actually there! Soon her face blossoms into a smile. Hazel merely waves at us, then drags Zoe away, leaving me standing alone with Adrian. He places his umbrella over me without a word. This would be less uncomfortable if I didn't feel like a child who's done something wrong. Are you busy right now? Not exactly. Want to accompany me in that case? Aren't you busy? I was supposed to help my mother with some shopping today, but similar to what Hazel just did, she met someone and left me behind. So I'm not doing much, simply looking around. I'll tag along then. I laugh again in an attempt to swallow the guilty feeling in my stomach. Why did I ever doubt Adrian? I should have doubted you instead like usual. Don't be so sure he's not keeping a secret. Shush, don't spoil. Yeah, Hazel, don't spoil.
I can't believe Hazel ditched me.
To my advantage, now I don't have to wander around while waiting for my mother to finish. Since I'm accompanying him rather than looking around myself, I follow Adrian's lead. Anywhere you wanna go? I'm only wasting time until my mother's finished. I don't need anything. Then let's sit down somewhere. Wasn't there a nice cafe a while back? It's actually the one that Adrian had been looking at earlier. Frankly speaking, I'm kinda curious. I'll treat you. Adrian looks uncertain for a moment, but eventually agrees. We walk back down the street. The cafe is not large, but it's comfortable and quite packed. Plenty of people have taken refuge from the rain inside, enjoying hot drinks. Hey, they've got coffee art. Intrigued by what I notice on someone's table, I skip forward to the counter. The waiter smiles at me. Yes, we have different motifs. The fixed ones for free, or you can order a personalized motif for a slightly higher price. I'll make sure to confirm the motif will be manageable before you pay, of course. I'm dumbfounded for a moment by the familiar face and voice. Hi, June. June?
Hi!
Didn't you work at that other cafe? Both Adrian and I know her from the cafe we usually go to. June shrugs. It's not that uncommon to have several jobs. True. I return back to the main topic. So you do personalized motifs? Yes! She beams at me behind her mask. Oh, I've always wanted to try that. Adrian comes up behind me. Yes, you've mentioned before. He nods toward June in greeting. Hello. She smiles brightly at him, her eyes flicker between us. I clear my throat. What do you want to order? Adrian's eyes move over the menu and stop at the cheaper types. Order what he likes. I turn back to June and ignore Adrian, who's about to speak. A matcha please, and for me... I hum as I think about it. Did you just order for me? I did. Right after asking what I want. Yeah, I remembered I don't need to ask you anyway. I already know what you drink. And like this, I can keep you from randomly ordering something cheap just because you don't like me treating you. As if I got pulled from treating him once. That's actually kind of sweet. You always drink mocha, right? Mocha? Mocha? I do. Perfect! June chuckles, alerting me of the fact that she's listening to our conversation. For some reason, I feel awkward. You two get along so well. Yeah, we do. I mean, that's nothing unusual. I ended up ordering a cappuccino, excitedly adding a long description of the motif I want on top of it. A couple of minutes later, I ordered rice. I've already pulled out my phone in preparation to take a photo. Hazel's gonna be super jealous. On top of my cappuccino, a Shiba Inu made of milk foam and food coloring stays over the rim of the cup. Because it's three-dimensional artwork, it won't hold for long. I can see why this cafe is so popular. When I glance over the tables, I notice other people with different patterns. On one table, I even see a little dragon. Hazel's annoyed reply comes almost immediately. As expected, guess I'll be coming here with her as well soon. Coffee tastes good too. Winter's the perfect time for hot drinks. Adrian hums in agreement. While holding his drink with both hands, he stares outside the cafe window. I watch him for a moment. Then I lift up my phone, snapping another picture. Adrian flinches at the sound, looking over at me in confusion. I show him the picture. You look like you're in an advertisement. Adrian pulls a face. Still not fond of pictures, eh? I don't like the way I look in them. You look fine! As long as you don't notice that the picture's being taken. He looks horrible when he's away of the camera, all stiff and uncomfortable. That's why sneak shots are the only way to get a good picture of him. I'm not as photogenic as you are. Not everyone can be as perfect as I am, it would be unfair. Look, in our friend group we already have me who is perfect, and you and Hazel who are pretty close. That's a damn high average. And if you count Zoe as well, she's not too bad either. The universe has to pull you down a bit. I say all of it without blushing. I've got a thick skin when it comes to praising myself. Adrian opens his mouth, sighs, and shakes his head. Drink our coffee in peace until Adrian's phone rings. He glances at the display before taking the call. You done? Alright, I'll come over, but it might take a minute. No, I'm sitting in a cafe. Jace is with me. Ask. Adrian lowers the phone, looking at me. Mom's asking if you want to come over. Mom's asking if you want to come over. Hello. Hello, Jace. Adrian's not using the loudspeaker, but I can still hear his mom's voice. She sounds amused. Sure, I'll come over. Adrian places the phone back against his ear and continues replying to his mother with short hums.
You made it back! Ah! Hi, SG!
Give us another few minutes. Okay, see you.
He hangs up. I'll send my mom a message about it. Oh, if I'm going to your place anyway, can I copy yesterday's notes? I'll be doomed to test us on that stuff. You don't know why you're so ungodly tired? That's okay. Get some rest. Let's have a good night.
Persona sure looks different nowadays? I don't know what you mean. This is... Clearly, this is what personas always look like. What? Maybe you should take notes instead of playing on your phone during lessons.
He scolds me, but not at the same time. You're a darling, thanks.
Darling is such a cute word. I don't know why I think that, but darling is such a cute word.
Daddy.
Of course, how could I be so blind? The sun has ruined your judgment. Exactly.
That's what you get for looking into the sun.
Wait, oh my god, what's happening?
I drank the rest of my coffee and called the waiter to pay. Outside it's still raining, so Adrian opens the umbrella over both of us again. Adrian's mother's waiting for us in a car parked a bit further away. She waves at us through the window and I wave back enthusiastically. She looks like a serious person, but she tolerates my antics just as much as Adrian does. Ah!
She has the same car.
I take the backseat and Adrian joins me. Marianne smiles at us through the rear mirror. Adrian's the same smile. It's the type of smile that instantly makes you feel happy. Long time no see. She doesn't have a Sprite! Sorry, I know I should visit more often. My parents love your son too much. They always want him over. Show her a charming smile. Marianne's lips twitch in amusement. Only your parents? Mom. Adrian frowns, clearly uncomfortable with their teasing. I love him just as much, of course. Pull Adrian's hand closer to me and pat it in a motherly manner. Me too, of course. How could I not love our dear Adrian? Adrian's fingers twitch. He awkwardly tucks his hand back to himself, covering it up with his other. Marianne glances at her son. She looks so gentle when she looks at him, it's hard to imagine that she's a stoic woman at work. Guess you could say she's good at separating her work from her private life. It's a relief Adrian has you. He can be too restrained sometimes. Funny, I think my parents would say the same. About the relief thing, not the restraint, obviously.
I don't think restraint is even part of your vocabulary.
Nope, but that's what I have you for. We're a perfect match. Oh my god, Chase! Don't you agree, Marianne? Marianne's lips curl upwards as she starts the car. Definitely. It only takes around 20 minutes to reach the house. It's a medium-sized house with 2 floors and a beautiful garden. Adrian's cat, Sina, jumps onto the wall at the sound of the car. The moment the Bengal cat, notices Adrian, she meows at him. Oh my god! A baby! Adrian picks her up and allows her to nuzzle her head against his chin. She's purring louder than the engine. Hey Sina, remember me? I hold out a finger to her and she sniffs at it. She purrs even louder and rubs her head against my finger. I scratch her ear. Sina stretches herself towards me and I lean forward. Once my face is within reach, she places her nose against mine. Marianne's leaning against the car, watching us with a cryptic smile. Look, I'm being loved. Adrian hands me Sina and clears his throat. You can carry her yourself if you want to cuddle her. Sure. He takes a step back from me, scratching his nose. Oh, did my hair tickle you? Yes. Adrian opens the gate for me and I step through, still carrying Sina. Marianne comes last after locking the door. Ooh, a different background actually, wow.
Like with Hayes, we were literally always just at their home, so this is refreshing. Is your dad home?
No, he's meeting some old friends. I see his father even less than Marianne. He's more outgoing though.
Do you want something to drink?
What do you have? Oh, she does have. Oh, she's so small. She let's have a Sprite. Soda, tea, coffee, water. Water sounds good, I think. I doubt soda will taste nice right after coffee. Sina struggles out of my grip and jumps down. She follows Marianne into the kitchen, probably hoping to get a treat. I take a bottle of water from Adrian's hand before heading to his room. Contrary to mine, his is on the first floor.
Tiny, tiny, tiny.
Make yourself comfortable. Adrian walks over to his table and pushes some papers around. He places some of them to the side, likely the notes I need. Oh, nice room, yeah? I unceremoniously throw myself onto his bed. With plenty of pillows, it's soft and comfortable. Adrian must love having you on his bed. Not everyone is as horny as you are. Maybe it's you who should be hornier. I refuse to respond to that. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. And my face on his pillows a rather nice scent envelops me. Shampoo, body wash, deodorant. Thankfully he doesn't use strongly scented type, so I wouldn't be able to lie here. But the notes. Why are you burying yourself in my pillows? Because I smell like you, duh! It's intended as a joke, of course. I'm not actually interested in another person's scent like that. However, I hear a dull thud that makes me look up. I snort out a laugh when I see Adrian rubbing his elbow with a frown on his face. He must have hit it on the table. I'll make jokes like that. Yes, yes. I sit up, brushing a hand through my hair. Adrian places the notes on the side, not expecting me to take them right now. We spend a while talking comfortably with the TV running in the background. I feel sorry for Adrian. Like, I'm having the time of my life choosing all of these options, but I feel sorry for Adrian. At some point, my stomach grumbles and Adrian glances at the clock. Do you want to eat here? I can. I think Mom would be happy to cook for you too. I'll ask when we plan to have dinner. I'll come too. I'm surprised to see another bag on the table when we enter the living room. From the kitchen I can hear a deep masculine voice chatting with Marianne. Is David back? Sounds like it. I can barely do a deep voice for Adrian. What do you mean a deep masculine voice? Okay. The closer we get to the kitchen, the louder the sound of something being chopped. Meat or vegetables, I assume, and the clearer the conversation. Why does he also have such an awful beard? Please, my man, why? Why can't you grow a pretty one? I'm pretty sure I won. That's not decided yet. Say what you want, but I doubt it'll be long now until we figure out who bet correctly. Do you know something I don't? Maybe. The conversation stops when we enter the room. David grins. He's wearing his ring on his... What finger is that? Got chocolate milk all around his mouth. It looks weird. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. SG, you haven't seen the other dad, but the other dad also has a weird look. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. That's why you grow mine out. I guess most of the time I'm just not a fan of a bird. How do you say it? Do you say beard or bird? Bed. I said bear so many times earlier. I can't talk anymore. Hey, it's long time to see. Are you staying for dinner? Like beer. Oh, okay, beard. Beard. If Adrian grows up to look like his father, he's going to be a pretty handsome middle-aged man. They had to give him this beard just to make him, you know, not look like a brother, I guess. If I'm allowed to? Of course. Look between David and Marianne. No. Don't. Am I? I can ask. You betting on something? The awkwardness on David's face is painfully obvious, but Marianne only chuckles. We are. Sometimes even as adults need something fun to do. What are you betting on? It's a secret. I'll tell you once we know who the winner is.
Adrian frowns. Aw, not even me? Marianne shakes her head. No. Anyway, about dinner? Jace, I think I remember you liking curry. Yeah, I like it. Curry it is then. Does that still work? Yeah, I've only started preparing the chicken. I can make chicken curry, it's no problem. Oh! My stomach agrees with me. It rumbles audibly and I rub my neck. I could also... I want rice. I really want rice, but also it's almost 10 p.m. on a Sunday night. And they don't have rice at home. Didn't eat a lot today. Do you want a snack? It will take a while to finish. A beam at Marianne showing only her best side. Nah, thanks. Being hungry will make the curry taste even better. Papa Bears are a rarity with anime-style characters. True! Unless they have Santa Claus style, like... Dinner at Adrian's is considerably calmer than at home, which is a nice change of pace. When it gets late, I get up to leave. Alright, I think I'll go home now. Now? You can sleep here if you want, otherwise I'll walk you home. I'm not a little child, nothing is going to happen. I could use a walk. I ate a lot during dinner. Adrian holds my gaze. When he gets like that, there's no place for discussion. It will be difficult to reject him. Stay the night. Stay the night. In that case, I'll stay here. I don't feel like making you walk all the way to my place and back. Adrian looks pleased. He walks out to inform his parents while I give my own a quick call. What a day. Wasn't I still stalking him a while ago? That sounds horrible out of context. But he doesn't really seem like someone in love. He's the same as usual. Because he's in love with you, you dense motherfucker. Right? Did you say something? Nope. I help him settle the mattress at practice ease. We do this so often we might as well leave an extra mattress out permanently. He is such a big... You could both fit on that bed. I picture Adrian living inside my room laughing to myself. What are you chuckling about? I was just thinking, if you lived in my room I wouldn't need to set an alarm anymore. And it would be clean all the time. You also wouldn't be able to oversleep anymore. My happy fantasies turn sour. Oh god. Bad idea. You never let me skip classes. Whew, good thing we realized that. It's not like me living in your room ever was an actual option. But imagine if you shared an apartment. I haven't moved out yet because it's not needed, but the thought is fun. I should make him a serious offer sometime. That way the rent would be cheaper too. I feel all the housework would land on me. At least you're better getting me to help out than my mom is. I'm touched. And concerned about your usual participation in household duties. Mom does everything, so Hazel and I grew up a bit lazy. But Adrian is different. We dating Poker Face now. Yeah! Well, we're not dating him yet. We're trying. I'm trying. Jace, not really. You want Zoe back? Well, too bad. His parents both work full-time. He had to help out a lot from an early age. Maybe that's why he's so good at managing tasks. Did you ever feel lonely? When you had to do all the housework alone, I mean. He pauses, looking directly at me. Sometimes. But I met you when I was pretty young. I didn't have time to feel lonely afterwards. I remember, you were pretty quiet back then. Not that you're talkative now, but it was tough holding a conversation with you back then. You were a little overwhelming. Both of us are smiling as we think back on old memories. You used to be smaller than we remember. How dare you suddenly grow taller? I straighten, but he's still a bit taller than me. There's nothing I can do about it. I didn't like having to look up to you all the time. That's why I grew taller than you. That's what I call determination. Well, I'm tall enough. It's okay. I can handle you looking down on me, begrudgingly. Thank you for your grace. Adrian returns his attention to my pillows. I help him set up the rest. Not quite tired yet, he grabs a book while I play games on his computer. He doesn't even play them unless I drag him into it. I glance at him from the side of my eye now and then, careful to not get caught. Oh, it started.
Adrian has a fun habit. He gets embarrassed when you notice, so the only way to catch it is by sneaking glances. When he's truly focused on whatever he's reading, his reading posture starts changing after a while. He sits all neat at the start, but I try to force down my grin and sneak a glance again. Adrian has his pillow between his arm and face while the book is weirdly angled so he can read. Instead of lying completely on the side, he's twisting at the waist. It's not a comfortable position at all. He looks like his cat when he does that. He twists further to lie on his stomach, his eyes glued to the pages without ever moving an inch. One of the pages gets caught on the pillows as he moves and his face crunches up. He exhales through his nose, fixes the page and continues reading. I'm not loud, but Adrian still hears. I can fix my expression before he notices my weird grin. He freezes up, barely even breathing. Why is it that he always hears me no matter how quiet I am? Because 1, you're not very quiet. 2, he's very honed in on anything you do. Adrian turns around, sits back up neatly and clears his throat. He flips to the next page and continues to read. Aww. I hold back my laughter, restraining the urge to comment on his slightly reddish face. Once we're tired enough, we turn off the lights and get into our respective beds. They use the big light. That's so scary. He only has a big light in his room. He doesn't have any small lamps. Couldn't do that. No way. Adrian wakes me the next morning, making sure that I don't skip another class in favor of sleeping. After my and Hazel's attempt at stalking Adrian gave us no results, I expected the matter to be over. Hazel has other plans in mind. On our way to the convenience store, Hazel broaches the topic again. I have to figure out what's going on. Seriously. Give up, Hazel. There were no signs that anything is going on. I know what I saw. What if he really does have a crush he's not telling you about? Aren't you worried about what kind of person they are to make him not talk about it? Adrian wouldn't date someone bad. Can't control who you fall for. And he wouldn't be the first guy to lose his sanity over a pretty girl. Or guy. I try to imagine the scene. No way, he's not that stupid. Even if he liked someone with bad intentions, he wouldn't let them push him around. All kinds of memories pop up. Adrian helping us clean our rooms, Adrian lying to a shopkeeper for us when we accidentally knocked over a porcelain cup as children, making us food the first time our parents went on a vacation and we realized we sucked at cooking, going home to fetch stuff for us while we were stuck in class, coming over to help when we were sick. Oh god, wait, he really does do everything for the people he cares about. Some feeling of worry washes over me. Do you think he'd do something stupid if his partner asked him? He already does stupid things if we ask him. What do you think? There was a time when he was shocked seeing us do stupid things. Long ago. He got used to it pretty quickly, didn't he? Took about a week. He's surprisingly adapted. You guys treat this poor man very badly. But I don't get to finish my sentence. When we round the corner, a familiar figure comes into view. I'm walking next to a pretty girl. Oh! Adrian and Stephanie! That's an unexpected combination. I didn't know they were familiar with each other. Kind of know Stephanie through Hazel, who kind of knows her, but we aren't close or anything. So it's her. What? His crush. They're just walking together. Stephanie's cute, kind, and sweet. She suits him. That's true. But even if they do suit each other, that doesn't mean Adrian automatically has a crush on her. He's still just imagining things. Look! The focus returns to Adrian, who smiles in a way I don't think I've ever seen before. Doesn't mean anything. Are you sure he's not interested? The mood looks pretty romantic. Maybe it's because Hazel keeps saying it, but I'm starting to think she might be right. You think so? You sound grumpy. I am grumpy. Of course I'm grumpy, but only because he didn't tell me anything. That is, if they really are a thing. You have a problem with that? I'm not the one who has a problem. Anyway, my thoughts don't matter. They look good together. Good for them if they like each other. It's time for me to find a date too. I've been distracted, but I can't lose our bet. It doesn't count if it's someone you break up with after 2 days, you know? Of course, same goes for you. Hazel scoffs but doesn't say anything else. I meet Adrian in class the next day. He doesn't act any different, but my smiles are slightly forced. Ends up thinking about it. No way Hazel was right. Morning. Good morning.
He lifts an eyebrow. You seem grumpy? I'm not. Didn't sleep well, I'm kinda tired. I see. After sitting down next to him, I bring up my notebook. By the way, I'll be a little busy for a while. I stopped twirling the pen I've been playing with. As soon as he finds someone he likes, he doesn't have time for me anymore. Oh, guess it's understandable. That's okay. I'm old enough to entertain myself. This is my chance to focus on a bet. I need to work on that. I'm sorry. It's because my cousin's moving flats. My aunt asked me to help her. Huh? Wait, you're not gonna be busy because of Stephanie? Stephanie? What does she have to do with this? Didn't you go home with her yesterday? Adrian gives me a stunned look. You saw us. You could have come over. I met her coincidentally after returning from my cousin and walked with her part of the way. So much drama! It's funny. It's funny because Jace doesn't realize at all, but now that there might be a chance that Adrian is seeing someone else, he's like, suddenly jealous. I clear my throat, laughing sheepishly. Yes, I misunderstood. So it's because of your cousin? Does moving take that long? If it's her, yes. She's not very organized. We're still missing some furniture, all appliances for a kitchen, and then there's various other small things that have to be done. It's also about timing because my aunt's pregnant. She and my uncle are busy preparing for the child, that's why she asked me to help out. Sounds like it's going to be very troublesome. Definitely. Especially since the friends that she's invited to help cause more work than actually getting stuff done. Can I help somehow? No, but thanks for offering. Alright, let me know if something comes up though. I will. The look Adrian gives me is full of warmth, the smile shortly appearing on his face. Class tags on forever. Tired, I stretch my arms up while holding back a yawn. No! That's so boring. How am I supposed to stay awake for the rest of the day if classes are gonna be this boring? Just stop playing games at night. You definitely should. Come on, let's find a quiet corner for you to take a nap. I'm not the only one taking a nap between lessons, especially during exam time. You can often see people taking a couple of minutes to sleep. In summer, people lie on the grass outside, and during the colder months, the library or quiet corners inside the building are the most frequented places. I wouldn't sleep if I was on my own, but if Adrian stays awake, it's okay. How about the gym? Our gym even has stands for when official matches take place. There's always someone playing, but they won't care if I sleep there. If you can sleep while someone's playing. Adrian nods. As expected, there's a few people using the basketball court, but they only laugh good-naturedly at my tired appearance. I lie down on one of the benches, covering myself with my jacket. Adrian sits by my head and takes out a book. Wake me up in half an hour, please. Alright. He pets my head and I close my eyes. It takes 10 seconds for me to frown and open them again. Too uncomfortable. Asked to use Adrian's legs as a pillow. Am I really going to ask to use his lap as a pillow? Yes! Yes, you are. Yes, I am. Not like it's the first time. See? I poke his leg. He looks down at me, humming in a questioning tone. And if I use you as a pillow? His eyebrows scrunch hesitantly. He needs a while to decide. Fine. I beam at him and shuffle closer. His leg is still hard. He has muscles after all, but a lot more comfortable than the bench. Much better. He sighs softly but doesn't complain. This is exactly why everyone misunderstands. Misunderstand what? The whole basketball team thinks Adrian's your boyfriend. For years now. How did they get that kind of idea? Oh, I don't know! Gee, I wonder. After a long nap, Adrian wakes me up with a gentle shake. I'm feeling a lot better after getting some sleep. Sleep always has a good effect on me. I admire your ability to change your mood so quickly. What? Truly a mystery! If you ask me, the way you are is much better. You're always so relaxed. I wouldn't say that. Now that you've had your beauty sleep, it's time for class. Again? You're a student, Jace. You have several classes a day. Torture, I tell you, torture. I'm about to complain more when a beeping sound interrupts me. Your phone? Yes. It's because they can't hear the whisper no homo. Happens to everyone. They kept their socks on. My bad. Adrian checks the display, showing who messaged him without me asking. My aunt. I'm not sure what to think when her first words are apologizing to me for a thought in advance. Don't you know what your cousin's like? Why is she apologizing? I've met her before, but mainly at family dinners. We've never interacted much. Besides, you know how family dinners are. Everyone makes sure to behave well. During yours, maybe. Can't say the same about mine. Anyway, I'm sure your aunt just feels awkward about asking for your help. Probably. Almost as if struggling to remember his cousin, Adrian gazes into nowhere. Last time we met, she seemed quite lively. That doesn't sound too bad. Although you needed pretty long to come up with something nice to say about her.
Thank you for the extra time. Thanks for the pad.
Anyway, it's only for a while.
And the bus attack.
Why Yu-Gi-Oh of all things? Well, what? Welcome to Pasta Check-In with Nuit. You could hear that, that's the point. I do that into the microphone so you can hear it, that's the entire point. Oh! Ow! Okay, that last one was too much. Ooh! Ah! Anyway, it's only for a while. Adrian nods in agreement, then places a hand on my back to push me forward. We continue standing around, we'll be late for class. I don't mind. I do. Without mercy, Adrian pushes me all the way to my next class. Nice to know someone else is like me in that regard. Yeah! I knew entice themselves from the knot they've been sitting in. I've been kind of... Considering I've been spending pretty much the entire day in my chair, I've actually been sitting quite well. It could be worse. Could be sitting way more like a shrimp. Ow. Even though Adrian warned me that he won't have much free time for a while, he still comes over to relax for a bit the next day. Focused on his book, he leaves me and Hazel to our own devices. We decide to try and find a TV show to watch for the evening. Hazel uses her phone to check our options. The reviews are terrible. This girl in my class said it's good though. We should give it a try at least. It sounds boring. Not to mention we need to pick one Adrian might also like if he's watching with us. How long are you staying today, Adrian? No answer. 5 seconds of silence. Hazel quirks an eyebrow and lifts her eyes from her phone. When another 5 seconds go by with no response, she abandons her phone to stare directly at Adrian. Adrian? It's best if you give up. He just bought a new book from his favorite author. He's going to binge it. Ooh, I want to binge a book. Stream long, sit nice. Stream short, stream... Yeah! For some reason I managed to sit like better because I know I'm gonna be sitting here for a long time, right? The slight different tone makes me chuckle. Adrian usually doesn't read when Hazel's around. It's only this time he couldn't resist the temptation. No, he literally can't hear you. Look, I poke Adrian's waist, no reaction. I prod him again, only earning a very quiet and very short hum from him. Yu-Gi-Oh! No home things as good as I can remember. No home, alright. All of them! I don't actually think I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I still have to finish. I'm missing only like 70 episodes of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I can finally say, hey, I've watched all of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I should do that sometime this year. Hi, Simi! Good morning. He's completely off in his own. The last word doesn't manage to leave my mouth. Adrian's removed one of his hands from his book, patting my head instead. And by that, I don't mean that quick pat where you mess up someone's hair. Adrian's scratching his fingers over my scalp like he'd pat a cat.
Ah! I squished them. Little plush.
Yeah, it was great. I was thinking of the game. The game is lovely. Look, I'm Sina now. I believe he's distracted enough to mistake me for his cat. Or he's distracted enough that he doesn't realize. And he's just doing things he would normally like to do, but he's holding himself back.
Yes.
So it's pretty nice though. It does! Cat screeches are nice. And let him do whatever, snickering. So my cat's standing now. Enjoying yourself. It's kind of like a head massage. Did he mistake my poking Asina's paws prodding him? Adrian. Adrian. Move to Adrian. Oh. Thank you. I'm also a cat standing now. After a couple of louder shouts, Adrian snaps out of it. His eyes lose focus for a moment before returning to reality, disoriented. Thank you for the pet. A little dazed, he blinks his wide eyes at me and Hazel.
Hi.
The hand on my hat stiffens. He jerks it back, a very flustered expression on his face. I'm sorry, I wasn't... It's fine. It's not weird to mistake Jace for an animal. He behaves like one. Hey! I didn't mean to do that.
Nah, it's okay. It was like a massage.
I can say whatever. Yeah, I can say whatever. It was like one of those head massages you get at the hairdressers. You know, when they wash your hair. But it helps against headaches. Hazel doesn't appear to believe me, but I'm not lying. Not that I would ask him to give me one though. My ears are ticklish. You... Good to know. As long as you don't feel offended. I don't. Adrian breathes a sigh of relief. The book is really good. I wasn't paying attention to anything else. Go back to reading. I'll let you know if anything's up. No, Adrian pauses wistfully, gazing at the sunset outside the window. What time is it? Sometime past 6. That's not wrong. I have to go. My aunt's invited my family over for dinner at 8. Good thing I woke you up then. Yes, thank you. Adrian reluctantly closes his book. He moves slowly, the very image of someone unwilling to leave. Or rather, unwilling to stop reading. See you around, Adrian. Have fun. I will. Will you though? He leaves a soft sigh escaping him as he closes the door behind him. Alright, no need to pick a show based on his preferences. We could watch a romance. Is it bad romance? Because then I'm in. A sudden memory pops up in my brain. Right, romance! You were totally wrong. Me? Wrong? About what? Adrian told me he only met Stephanie by coincidence. He's just been busy helping his family. No crush, nothing. I said so. Hazel nonchalantly brushes a strand of hair out of her face, shrugging. So I was mistaken. First stream for a moment, I thought your parents were now... Yeah, actually, my pronouns are no longer they, them. My pronouns are now German. English. No. I've had that in there for the longest time, though. I always write that down. I was like, okay.
This guy speaks German and English. That makes sense. Good to know.
After all the stress, you're telling me that you were wrong. It happens. Didn't it all turn out for the best anyway? Now you don't have to worry. He hasn't been keeping any precious secret from you. Well, I'll admit I'm relieved that everything was a mistake. Not because I'd be upset that he's found someone he likes, but because I'd be sad to find out he's been hiding his crush from me. You don't click on profiles often. I'd actually be happy if he found someone he likes. He does! He does like someone, don't you sense, motherfucker? You're also unwilling to stop reading when you actually do read something for once. I mean, same. It's why I have such a hard time sitting down for actual books nowadays, because I can't gauge how long it takes me to read the full book. Well, like, I can gauge it, and most of the time I just don't have as many hours. And with the manga, I'm just like, okay, I definitely have 20 minutes. Boom, bam, finish with the thing. I like shotgunning books. like, this book is 400 pages. I have 5 hours of free time. Okay, I'm reading that easy peasy. But when do you just have 5 hours of free time? You know, with nothing coming up in between, so.
Books! Books!
I don't drink often. Although that's what I think, I still can't imagine Adrian dating someone. What kind of person would possibly suit him? Maybe a tiny part of me actually prefers the idea of him staying single. He wouldn't have as much time for me if he started dating. Right, it's better if it just stays like this. Ending that train of thought, I snatched Hazel's phone out of her hands to search for a good show. Oh, Jace, you're killing me. You're killing me. Could have had more than 5 hours today if there was an additional stream.
But I had so much fun playing Persona.
Adrian grows increasingly irritable. It's not table, is it? Irritated. Irritable. Other than I start doubting words I've said right my entire life. Video games ruining everything again. No. I enjoy video games. I mean, I can read a book during technically I can read a book during the week as well. Video games, not so much. Not that it shows a lot, but as a certified Adrian expert, I can tell by the way his lips keep pursing. How many times has he taken his phone out today? Adrian rarely uses his phone. On a common day, you might see him take it out once, but recently his phone won't stop ringing. Every time it does, he immediately checks it to respond to the text messages. There's no emergency, right? No, it's just my aunt and my cousin. My aunt keeps asking if everything is alright, while my cousin... I'm not quite sure what she wants. She's constantly switching between asking about furniture to telling me to come over because she wants to introduce her friends to me. I didn't know you suddenly turned into some furniture specialist. I haven't, which is exactly why I'm unable to answer her questions. I'm not sure why she believes I know what tools I use to hang up a hammock. A hammock? Hammock. I need to stop talking. It seems she wants to install one in her new living room. Please don't ask me, I don't get it either. Exhausted, Adrian takes a deep breath. With a blank face, he massages his temples. I have to leave now. We're going to buy a fridge. Can I say something? Go ahead. She sounds worse than me. In terms of being unable to do things by herself, I mean. Adrian presses his lips together to keep himself from answering, but I have a feeling he was about to agree. You're not as bad as you think anyway. He clears his throat. I'll be off then. Hopefully this will be over soon. I watch quietly as Adrian gets on a different bus than me. I feel bad for him. Seems his cousin is really stressing him out. I don't get onto my bus. Instead I take another one heading towards the grocery store near Adrian's house. Where are they? I let my fingers slide over the various snacks, searching for a few particular ones. I like that this is very much a Kellogg's sign. Like, no matter how much you blur it, that is just straight up Kellogg's. Everything else I'm not so sure. This one says cornflakes. That's Nesquik. That's also Kellogg's. Interesting. I let my finger. Once I find them, the next stop is beverages. Should be all of his favorites. You know all his likes, huh? Yes, I've known him since forever. I know your favorites too. I'm your sister. That's not the same. Right. I should forget about yours. No need to remember. I grab everything that I plan to get and head for the cash register. A while later, I'm standing in front of Adrian's house, place the bag filled with snacks behind their gate. Then I take a photo, sending it to Marianne. She's probably going to be home first today. Hopefully this will cheer Adrian up, even if only a little bit. There's not much else I can do. I bite my lip. Adrian's a very independent person. He never asks for help, which I guess makes sense since he simply doesn't need it most of the time. Still, it's frustrating. I can pay him back for everything he does for me when there's nothing left for me to do for him. Tina's wandering around outside. She spots me and comes over, tail high up in the air. Hello, princess. Squatting down, I stroke the cat's chin. You make sure to call your owner Lord when he comes home later today. He deserves it. Tina meows, decides I've patted her enough and lifts her paw to push me away. She struts off elegantly. That better not have been a rejection, girl. Perfectly and fully in stock. How did I do that? It's a secret called perfectionism of art. It's unrealistic. Would never happen in real life. Sometime in the evening, Adrian sends me a short message thanking me for the snacks. I text him back to ask how his day has been, but it stays unread for the rest of the night. Hold on, actually. I need to check if I remember something here correctly. The Kellogg's reminded me. Yeah, Foxglove Games, you know. People behind trouble comes twice. Though, granted, Foxglove Games is a two-person project, based in Germany. Are they both German? I know. The Kellogg's bar just reminded me of that. I wanted to look that up. I've heard him being unusually busy, enough that it's hard to see him outside of college. I end up spending more time with a couple of other friends. You have other friends? One evening, we decide to grab dinner together. Kinda regret this. It was fun at first, but at some point the guy next to me started subtly bragging about all kinds of things. If he mentions that he started his own business one more time, I'll flip the table. Anyway, that guy seriously sucks as a teacher, don't you think? I had to inform myself about the stuff he's teaching because of my business, and half of what he's saying is just not right. I got my info straight from the tax office. Obviously they're more likely to be correct than he is, right? I'm talking about this for over 30 minutes now! As much as I want to stand up and leave, I don't. Instead, I shake my head with just the right amount of annoyance. Yeah, he's troublesome. He's the type of person who thinks everyone other than himself is always wrong. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna celebrate when I finally get rid of him. A couple of other people at the table voiced their agreement. There's always that one professor who's universally disliked. Why didn't you mention his class, Chase? She wasn't so bad for me. He might be a troublesome professor, but it's not hard to survive his classes as long as you listen and do your projects well. Drawings of food? I feel like I might have seen it. Definitely like the coffee pictures in a cafe. I've definitely seen that before. The burger, not so much. I've had a problem with him personally, but I know what he's like to some people. I can't bother complaining. You don't know? I'm so charming, even he can't dislike me. Of course I managed. I wink at the girl who giggles at my response. I should have known. The guy next to me looks a tad unhappy, possibly because he didn't expect me to get through a class he's having issues with. He's definitely the type of person who can't stand anyone else doing better than him. Not that different from that professor. I was lucky. His mood was generally good that semester. That suits the guy. He agrees with me, blabbering something about the professor being in a terrible mood all the time. Oh, my glass is empty. Anyone else need something? A couple of people speak up. I wave over the waiter, ordering for all of us. It's a tiny thing, but everyone is visibly pleased that I remember what they wanted without having to ask again. I'm thankful that no one is inviting me to drink any alcohol since my tolerance sucks, but getting exhausted, I prefer going home already. I don't want to lie and make up an excuse to leave, but I also don't want to upset anyone. Ah, jeez, you're a people pleaser, aren't you? It's a chore to maneuver around the truth when you know they wouldn't like hearing it. This is why I love spending time with Adrian. It's so much more comfortable to not have to worry about saying something wrong. He'd never get mad at me for saying I'm bored or tired, nor if I suddenly wanted to leave. Speaking from experience, people feel ditched if you try to leave too early, which peer pressures everyone into staying longer. I should switch seats at some point though, I need a break from this guy. I think I'm in my last semester, time went by so fast, I'll have to search for a job soon. Good luck! I hope you find something soon. I'm not sure my qualifications are good enough though. I'm sure it's alright. I mean, we're all newcomers. They wouldn't expect that much from someone without work experience. If they're looking for juniors, then I know that people are still learning. You think? There's a lot of competition. It's all a matter of selling yourself well, be confident. Here I am supporting people with stuff that I worry about myself. Pushed on a rising sigh. An eternity later, people finally start leaving and so do I. On the way out, one of the girls suddenly stops me. Yeah? So I was wondering, are you single? I am. I force a smile. Is she interested in me? This could be good. She's attractive and we got along well enough tonight. Soft blush on her face is barely visible in the dark. She takes half a step forward, getting closer to me. In that case, do you want to hang out sometime? I know I have no reason to refuse. I've told myself to focus on the bat and this is the perfect opportunity. She's only asking to hang out after all. She's not even calling it a date. And yet my tongue is tied. She's waiting for my answer, but I hesitate. Sure, you guys can call me the next time you meet up. It's more or less a rejection. She gets the hint but isn't offended. Sure. I'm thankful she doesn't try harder, but then again, we only met today. Whatever interest she has in me must be shallow. We exchange a couple more words before she leaves into the other direction. Oh, am I stupid? And I wanted to agree? Would it have hurt me to say yes? You can't pick someone to date if you don't even try, Jace, idiot. I scold myself internally, ignoring the sense of relief I feel. There's plenty of time left until the bat is over, no need to hurry. Besides, now that Adrian's so busy, I want to keep my schedule open to see him whenever he's got the time. Before I can think about it any further, I take up my phone. I wonder if he's time again soon. Right now, he's definitely at home. I give Adrian a virtual poke via text message, then call him when I'm sure he's not asleep or on anything. Adrian! Good evening. You on your way home? How was dinner? Long. My tongue feels heavy even though all I did was say yes and amen to everything. On a good note, everyone seems to be in a great mood after I got to complain to the HOTS content about literally everything ever. Adrian's soft chuckle tickles my ear. I rub a hand over it, feeling itchy. And now it's your turn to complain while I'll be the one to listen. You spoil me way too much. I'm happy to do it. But I don't have anything to complain about. Actually, if anyone has the right to complain right now, it's you. But since Adrian hasn't given any signs of wanting to talk more about how the movie is going, I don't ask. Hey, are you free sometime soon? The horror movie I've been waiting for is finally out. Just a second. The day after tomorrow? Sure. I'm looking forward to it. So am I. Someone forbid him from using that gentle tone on the... Someone forbid him from using a gentle tone on the phone? It's deadly. I hang up after saying goodbye. As I make my way home, I quickly book us 2 tickets online before I can forget. I'm gonna do that next time. Because if I keep going anymore, I think we're getting into the territory where there's actually stuff happening. And then I can't keep going because it's too late on a Sunday and I have work tomorrow and I hate that. I would like to go back to the main menu actually, yes. Might have been a wrong impression for the girl if you only said yes to him. Amen.
Amen.
been very fun. You never knew you could get so sucked in. See? CG, have you ever played a visual novel? Are you into visual novels?
Because I
Obviously like them. I think that's quite obvious at that point.
have, but only once or twice. I see.
Well, if me reading it gets you sucked in, then I'm happy. That's all I ask for. That everyone else also enjoys the stuff I'm reading. But yeah. Keep me very invested, which I seemingly forget.
Nice.
Wishing to play visual novels is nice. My god. Okay, wait. But actually, yesterday I streamed for 12 hours. Today, overall, like, full time of both Persona and this, I played for another 11 hours. What the fuck is happening with me? I know what is happening. I didn't stream on Friday, and then I thought that. And then Persona 4 was so much fun. And my internet actually did not fucking destroy itself. That's what's happening. And it's not as hot out anymore. It quite literally is so cold that I'm wearing a jacket right now. Which is good! That's an improvement! Goodbye, summer! Hopefully. I don't want it to get back to being warm. I'm gonna die. Wouldn't have kept around if you weren't considering the first stream. You see what's on the visual novel. True! True! You've been around for a long time, Akira. I know I probably say that. I hope I say that often enough, but thank you. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. It has been quite a weekend. I shall be getting some rest now. And that the weekend is already over. And maybe find some actual food. Maybe. Music is nice. Music is nice, time to mute it. Well, time for our second stream end today then. Thank you for a nice stream, no, thank you for coming. I'm gonna do, no, actually I have to keep talking for a little more. I'm gonna have to keep talking for a little more, just a tad more, so I can send you guys over to Luri and be like, haha, hello. I need to keep talking for like 1.5 minutes. We can do that. We can do that.
Thank you for the stream. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
We'll continue. We'll just do the same thing that we did this week. Except Friday is hopefully not gonna be cursed and we're actually gonna play Digimon as well next week, but more trouble comes twice on Wednesday. I can do a Wednesday stream next week. Digimon on Friday, Persona 4 on Saturday. Though I don't know when I'll start this Saturday because I have somewhere I technically want to go. On the other hand, we'll see. Probably if I do know myself quite well, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I don't actually want to go, I don't actually want to see anyone, and then I'm gonna play Persona 4 for like another 12 hours again, so we'll see how that goes. I'll post a schedule in a tiny bit though. 1 minute too long after the stream weekend. Wish you could have been here longer. Well, time zones are also a weird thing. But thank you for coming by. Post a schedule in a bit. But yeah, just a repeat of this week basically. We'll see how real life treats me. Yeah, for now, have a good night everyone. Wait, I haven't actually given you the rate message yet, my bad. Here we go. Here's the rate message. Let's say hi to Lyri, because it's a Sunday and Sunday is Lyri time.
Have a good night.
And bye bye. Bye bye bye.